G'day D-Live and welcome back to the Gives a Minute D-Live stream for a Wednesday afternoon affair. It has just gone 3 minutes to 3 in the PM for me. Good morning, good afternoon, good day, good evening to you. Whatever the time it is, wherever you're consuming this content, you're always welcome right here on the Gives a Minute D-Live stream. Looking into the chit chat, I see Jack Tronlink, I see Tigerkin, I see Triple Crown, I see Tall Ship, I see 4 crew, and therefore 4 cheerses, because everyone gets a cheers when they join the Gives a Minute D-Live stream chit chat. This glass, that microphone, when they collide, somehow, in some shape, some way or some form, that resembles the cheers. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 cheerses. Jack Tronlink, how you feeling, friend? I'm feeling well. Thank you for asking. How are you feeling? Tiger King with a follow. Hey, Tiger King, thanks for following the Gives a Minute D-Live stream. Now that makes you the latest giver right here on the Mayunis Wow channel. Now, why would this make you a wow giver? Allow me to explain. You see, you're giving me your time to consume the content. Me, I'm a giver because I'm giving you my time to create the content. And so you see how we're both givers here, and this is a two-way street. But you're the latest giver on the Gives a Minute D-Live stream. Thanks for the follow. No, I will not update OBS during a stream. Thank you so much, OBS, for that little reminder. Crikey. Jack Tronlink, aliens, got any? Nah. Just hold on a sec. Nah, I'm fresh out of aliens, man. Fresh out of aliens. Triple Crown with the follow. Triple Crown, thanks for following the Gives a Minute D-Live stream. Now, this makes you the latest giver right here on the channel. And now, why would this make you a giver? Well, let me explain. You see, you're giving me your time to consume the content, whereas me, I'm a giver because I'm giving you my time to create the content. And so you see how we're both givers here, and this is a two-way street. But you're the latest giver on the Gives a Minute D-Live stream. Thanks for the follow. Triple Crown. Tall Ship. How you doing, Tall Ship? So China bans Bitcoin again. Just a little reminder. Well, not a reminder, just a little heads up. This story is a little old. We had a lot of tabs in front of it, and we've just got to it. So we may be definitely not breaking any news here. This happened a little whiles back. I didn't learn about it though, and maybe you didn't as well. By the way, did you know this was a cryptocurrency stream? Every Wednesday, cryptocurrency up the wazoo. If you want to be here and learn about cryptocurrency, perhaps you're watching on the other platforms, the YouTubes and whatnot, and you want to engage the conversation, here's the thing. You're going to have to come over here to dlive.tv/givesaminute. That's where this stream's going to live in its entirety. Well, actually, I let this run on all the restreams. I'm not going to pull them down, except off the Facebook. I'll pull the Facebook down. I couldn't care for Facebook. But if you are watching anywhere and you're wondering, why is this guy not chatting to me? It's because I've only got eyes for the one chisel chat. It's my D-Live chat here. That's the only one I'm looking at. So if you want to ask a question and you're watching on a restream like a YouTube or a Facebook or a Twitch or a Trovo or a BitChute, you got to come over here. And very loosely translates to dlive.tv/givesaminute. Please come on down. And we'll be talking about China banning Bitcoin. James in Germany in the house. James, morning givers. How you doing, James? Good to see you, man. That's for you. Oh, yeah. Oh, hold on a second. Hold on. Dollship, good for them. Bitcoin kind of sucks anyway. I'm more of a Stellar XLM or Ripple XRP kind of guy. Okay, fair enough. We will have... I've got... XLM. I've got XLM tabbed, but not for this stream. You want to see the tab situation we've got here, folks? Check this out. Let's get rid of my hideous head here. Just get rid of this hideousness. Look up here. All these good-looking tabses. These are all the things we've got lined up to Caesars on the crypto streams. So we'll get to that sometime. XLM. Net TV, a little sticker. There's one back. A little sticker for you, hey? Hey, love a good sticker. Tall Ship with the ice cream and the lemons. Thank you, Tall Ship. Appreciate that. I was here first, but in the kitchen. Net TV, claiming it. Putting his hand down, claiming it. Good to see you, Nets. Did I give you a cheers, Netsky? There it is if I didn't. How you doing this morning, Gives? I am doing well, even though it's my afternoon. It's the afternoon moving in towards the evening. Blueskis! How you doing, Blue-Eyed Diva? Hi, Gibbs and Chisel Chat. How you going, Blueskis? Good to see you. James in Germany. Hey, Blueskis. Comtech with the ice cream, the diamond, and the lemon. Sometimes you hear this 3-buy donation on DLive titled The Triple Threat. I'll say it again. I don't know who's threatening no one. Here on the Gives a Minute stream, we call that a triple freaking give.
Jesus. Bees, ease, cheese, ease, needs, me's, ease, leaves, is, keys, mean, things, these, wings, teas, leaves, me's, these, bees, mean, mind, water veins.
Heck yeah. Thank you, Comtech. Now, let me ask you something, man. Translates to, did you suss out Hytron? Everything cool? Because I don't have a problem with that site. That seems to be... Excuse me. Hytron seems to work for me. I got a question, though, for you. Bankroll.network. I seem to be hitting a wall trying to roll my divs. Now, I have enough... I think I have enough frozen TRX. See, here's the thing. Actually, you know what? It's going to be much easier just to show you and explain it instead of talking about it. But I think I went to roll those divs and it took 4 TRX, like entirety. 4 TRX in its entirety, and it failed. So I'm not too sure about that. Salvador! And now El Salvador announced they're going to adopt Bitcoin as an official currency along with... Wow! The dollar. That's going to be interesting. I did see that. El Salvador. Yes. And Charles. How you going, Charles? Thank you for the lemons, man. What's up, Gibbs? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Yeah, I did see that story about El Salvador. I think that's pretty unique. The first place... Actually, they're not using it in addition to the US dollar. They're doing it to get rid of the US dollar, I thought. Maybe I heard that wrong. I haven't had issues with rolls failing in Bankroll. Okay, Comtech. Well, let me how about we go for it? We'll go and try it on this stream, and after the first coffee break, we'll roll over my divs and we'll see what's the problem, because there has been a few transactions that have failed last week for me, and I could how could I do it? Well, I've got 10 liquid TRX in my Tronlink, and the rest is frozen. Now, last week I thought I had 5 TRX, and I went to roll over my bankroll divs, not on the stream, outside the stream, and it failed, and it also took those 5 TRX. I was like, what? That doesn't seem cool. Yeah, that doesn't seem cool at all. I didn't think that's how it worked. I thought if it failed... Although the validators still have to do their job, I guess it makes sense. But I thought I had enough frozen TRX. But anyway, what about Hytron? Any luck there? I mean, the site seems to work for me. Did you have enough energy? I guess we'll have to look into it. But I mean, I haven't taken any away. That's the thing. I haven't removed any energy or any bandwidth. Tall Ship, I like Tron and BTT, but I'm not too familiar with it. So are you a streamer, Tall Ship? I'm not sure if you stream here on DLive or are you just viewing content? Because if you are a streamer, you have a potential to stake BTT. Well, hold on. Anybody can stake BTT into DLive, but as a streamer or as a partnered streamer, you do get a bigger return on your stake. So there's that to consider if you're thinking about staking some BTT, and as you are a handle here on DLive, perhaps you might want to start streaming to achieve, once you've achieved affiliate, I think it's affiliate and GP. Affiliate, VP, and GP. They do earn. Yeah, affiliates are partners. Yeah. Still no answer from Tron. Not in the chat. Not from any email address. Damn, dude. And you can't even access the site. Comtech, I'm really, really sorry to hear that, man, because I don't want to do this to you, man. I don't want to do this to you, but I'm going to show you, man. It's fully working for me. Let me show you. Let me bring up my browser here, the Brave browser, folks. If you're using a browser, you might as well get paid to use one. I'm getting paid in basic attention token to use the Brave browser. Here it is. I've been paid 4.789 basic attention tokens. That's worth $3.11 US just for using their browser. Nothing different, just using the browser. Let's have a look at, I was going to go bankroll, Tron. I withdrew 1,000 TRX. It left the account, but it did not show in my wallet. Now, why is this not working? Uh-oh. 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 That's not good, Comtech, for you. Not an affiliate or partner in stream to bid testing, but haven't officially launched a regular stream yet. I mostly do maker stuff. Oh, cool, cool. Then the system, you'd get along really well with Gil Pickle. He does maker stuff. The system forgot my password and my recovery email address. I'm not seeing. This isn't working for me now. I just tried to explain how this isn't working, and now it's not. Now it is not! Let me try any other... Let me just go to a random search. Waffles. So waffle searching is working. The Tron.net website is stalling. Okay, I was wrong. That worked for me this morning. Sergeant Bob, there's a sticker. Got a little sticker for you, man. How-tos, FOSS, cookbook-style tutorials and server giveaways with some music. Right, I don't know what an FOSS is. And Tron is not working. Gil P is an awesome broham. You might enjoy his content. I'm not... Ooh! 504 timeout. Ooh, yeah. Comtech, I don't know what to say, dude. That's been working for me all week. It literally, I checked it this morning, and bam, now it's not working. So I don't know what to say. I have no answer here. I don't know, man. But yeah, you lost 1,000 TRX. It left the account but did not show my wallet. Then the system forgot my password and my recovery email address. That's not cool. That is not cool at all. I don't know what to say. Where did you hear about Tron? The first time I saw Tron was on a Faucet page. Probably on Faucet, I can tell you what it would have been. It would have been... Where is it? How come it's not here? It would have been on Faucet Crypto. Faucet.crypto. It would have been a, you know, you have to do these, they call them PTC ads. I don't know what a PTC stands for, but you click it. It shows you an ad for 40 seconds. And this one caught my attention because it had the Tron logo. I was like, oh, okay. It's like, oh, what? Staking Tron here on this? This is cool. I don't mind staking a bit of Tron. So I got onto it there. I'm just confirming. I'm just checking something here. I'm pretty certain it was Faucet.crypto. Mind you, I have seen it elsewhere as well since then. Where did I see it aside from there? I saw it... I feel like I saw it on a tweet as well. Yeah, Faucet Crypto. FaucetCrypto.com. That's where I first saw it. Jasper, hello. Hello, Jasper. How you doing? It's nice to see you, man. Or woman. It's just nice to see you. I was going to just check Twitter and see if anybody had mentioned anything about Tron. You told me Chimani went deep in, went, oh shit, it's back up. Look, I just refreshed the browser. Now look, this is why it's confusing to me, right? What is this number counting up? I'm not logged in and it's counting up something. What's it counting up? I got the 504, then refresh, it seems to be up. Okay, so if I log in here, let me just log in, get off scene here. Just log in and then see what happens. We go back. Okay, I'm logging in. So it says I have 185 TRX. That's the free TRX for not investing. Oh wow, how do you know all that, man? How did you get all that information? I find this site very, very a little confusing, right? Like, I'm earning 3.45 TRX per day, 103.5 TRX a month, at this rate, 0.14 TRX per hour. So I did invest 100 TRX. I guess that'll come up here. I've got an affiliate program, and that's interesting. I actually had 2 referrals before. It's gone down to 1. If you withdraw 100 TRX, you may get it or not. Transactions, my standard plus. So I deposited 100 TRX. You can see that, right? That's big enough. You can't expand it. It goes a bit funky. So I deposited 100 TRX and I currently have 185 TRX. But it doesn't show you, here's my plan, purchase date and expire date. My plan runs over July the 8th, which is not far away. Standard plus. And then I guess this just sits, or this will grow. This will just grow at the daily rate, won't it? The free daily rate then. Then I could withdraw the amount. Affiliate data. See, there's 2 affiliates here. Oh, one of those is a bounty. When I tweeted this. No, I made a YouTube video about this and they gave me a bounty reward. That'd be the 75. But there are, I don't want to show this on screen because there are referral email addresses. Yeah, I'm lucky I didn't show that because one of them literally came up on screen. I was like, well, I'm not going to show that. But there were 2 in there and there's 1 missing. Actually, that's interesting. Comptech, one of them would have been you, right? I don't want to say the email address, but let me just ask you this. Does your email address end in 1, 2, 3, 4 numbers before the @ symbol? Because if that's the case, then I've still got you. But I wonder if when your account sort of went haywire, that removed it from me. Because I had two referrals and one of them's gone. And you're 100% certain you're putting in the correct credentials to get back in for you. That really sucks, man. It really sucks, especially when you had 1,000 invested. And you said Chimani went deep, huh? Jasper, I love your surfing videos. Yeah, thank you. I've got one for you today, actually. I went surfing this morning. Probably should have gone later on. It's gotten better as the day's gone on. And warmer. Holy crap, it was cold this morning. But we'll get into that in a moment. But Comptech, does your email address end in, is it something 4 numbers at a url.com? I want to just find out if that's you or not. Because if it's not you, then your account has completely been removed from the Tron website for sure. Because it's like I said, I had two referrals in my account and one of them's gone, which is a little bit concerning. They can just remove a referral email like that. It worked earlier in the day, then when I tried in the afternoon, it did not work. Mine does not end in 4 digits. Dude, all right. Well, this email address, it's someone's name. Let's call it ubada ak 7878 at hotmail.com. It's nothing like that, but it's something like that, and that's not you. Wow, that means they removed your account. So hang on, you removed all the TRX from your account, or do you remove the interest only? I wonder if it's because you removed all of it and they shut the account down, and you maybe put a wrong address in. Shizzes. Do you live in Australia? Yes, Jasper. I live on the east coast of the continent of Australia, about 2.5 hours to the south of Sydney. Our largest city, but not our nation's capital. Our nation's capital is not far from here, and it's lousy. We won't say what it is because we're family friendly. But that's interesting, Comtech. Your email address, yeah, okay. So that's not you then. So you're not even you used my referral, and you're not even in there now. No, just the earned from the top number, not the investment. Oh wow, even more concerning. So they've 100% removed your account from the system. It's not in my list of referrals, and yet you did use it. Sucks to hear, dude. Sucks to hear. It is working right there. I'm drip feeding TRX to this value here, to the value of 3.45 TRX a day. I'm in the bounty program. Yeah. But how did you know my real name? Ubada Akbar is my birth name. I was taking a wild guess, James. I mean, I thought James in Germany. Ubada Akak. It's got to be close to that, right? That sucks. It does suck, Blueskis. It does suck. So if you withdraw 100 TRX, your account may fold like mine. I'm not going to withdraw. I wasn't going to withdraw. Well, now that. Now you got me thinking, like I was going to take off the interest and put it back in my Tronlink wallet. But look at this dude. 27,004 total investors on the site. They've got this much TRX, like over a million, 1.5 mil TRX deposited. They paid out a lot. It's been online for 24 days. I wonder if it's all fake. I wonder if it's all fake. Have you noticed that the online chat thing doesn't pop up anymore? See, 185. It still says my 185 there. Auto deposits and withdrawals within 5 minutes. 10 to 15% affiliate bonus. 100 legal, 100% legal cloud mining. I never got an email reply to any email address at their domain. And also, just a heads up, dude, when I did that little test where I replied back to the email they sent me, I never got a response either. So, that kind of sucks. Redox Bear, how you doing, man? More China FUD? Not again. Actually, the China news we've got is a little old. We had it tabbed. We haven't looked at it for a while. So we're a little behind in that, but it's news nonetheless, but it's a little on the old side. I'll tell you what I want to do, folks. I'm going to take a break here. I want to go and get myself a coffee. Then we'll come back in and we will have a look at that China news. Just another heads up, if you are watching on the restreams, I'm going to be ending the Facebook very, very soon. So you're going to have to come over here to dlive.tv/givesaminute. The rest of the restreams will stay up, the Twitch, the YouTubes, and all that other stuff. But if you want to partake in this chisel chat, you know the deal. I'm only looking at one chat. It's this one here. So if we have that there and you're not here and you're wondering how come this guy's not answering me, I'm not even seeing you chatting on those platforms. I'm only seeing the numbers in the restream. The airplane has landed. The captain and co-captain has your TRX. Hi, Tron. Okay. Jasper, what do you edit on for your YouTube videos? So I do a mixture. I do a mixture of editing in OBS, and I do a mixture of editing in Final Cut. So if you see like a video that looks like a live stream, I'm sort of sitting here and I'm talking like I would with a live stream with different angles and whatnot. That's typically done. Well, that's not typically. That's done in OBS, and it's all done live to video. Everything else you see on my channel, aside from live streams, is done in Final Cut. Holy what? G'day, Safe. How you doing, man? How you going, Safe Skis? Groovy stream setup you got there. Thank you, man. Thank you. Folks, I'm going to leave you with some surfing action. I'm going to run out and get a coffee. When we come back, we will take a look at the bankroll.network div rollover situation where my TRX got removed. We'll talk about that. That's a little funky. And then we'll have a look at the China FUD news. But enjoy the surfing from today. Welcome back to the super quick wave a day edits. Few days off with no surfing. Conditions have been woeful. Today it's just picking up a little. Now, it's cold. Arguably, I'm here a little on the early side. I'm stepping onto the vegetation because the sand is so cold. I'm here a little on the early side. The tide needs to go out a little further. Well, two things need to happen. Either the tide needs to go out further, or the swell needs to get bigger. Both of those things would be ideal. One of them better than none of them. None of them happened because I'm here too early. Tide was still too full, and the swell is too little. So there was just one little section that was breaking for, you know, like get up on the wave, hit a turn, come off, waves over, that kind of thing. But you can see how it is starting to form here, right? That was like lower, the tide was lower, that wave was bigger. This would already be curling and already be riding a nice section, but as it stands, what this does show me is that hopefully this swell gets bigger as the day goes on over the night, and tomorrow, BAM! But as far as today goes, well, you make up your own mind. Apologies for how long it's taken to get back out here. What do we had? 4 days off? I feel like it was 4 days. No, 3 days. Ow! The water's gotten cold! In another week, in another year, I'm sailing with another me and another you and well, good morning, Wednesday! I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little cold. A little cold, gotta warm up. Gotta get the water into the suit, and then that starts warming you up. I'm thinking there's a little right section sliding on through here as well. Let's go over this way a little. Look for a right. Yeah, for sure. I'm not sailing, I'm not waiting. Sail to the moon, drive by the stars, rock to the sun. I'm sailing. Maybe a little left. I'll take it. Tide turns, set the sail and run. I'm sailing, pushing through the storm, swallowed by the sea. Good morning. I was trying not to get my hair wet. Now that it is wet, it's all right. That initial shot. Waiting, I'm not sailing, I'm not 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 waiting. In another land. Well, that might be the best wave we get. And if that's the case, that's the case. I'm not going to stay out here for a whole hour. Not in these conditions. Not that great. I'm sailing at the end of the world. It's the end of your life. Till the end of time, I'm sailing. I'm not waiting. I'm not sailing. what do you say? What do you know? What do you think? What do you do? Was that all right? Is that okay out there? I'm stoked we went out. Look at that. Oh, yeah, little section here. I'm stoked we went out, but, you know, tomorrow, crossing the fingers, let the moon, let the tides, let them do all their things. And while that happens, you guys can go back to the live stream. Are you? Oh, you guys are already back? Crikey. Give me a second to sweater up here. Getting a little cold back here, folks. Wee! Winter. Oh, no. Oh, no. Winter in Australia. A little bit, you know, a little on the chill side. Ooh, well. This is nice and cozy. There you go, folks. That's better. So you guys are talking about, I saw in the chat, Safe talking about the scam, hi Tron. So, I mean, I feel like it might not be a scam, but I feel like something weird's going on, right? Because if it was a scam, there'd be heaps more people posting stuff about it. If there was a legitimate scam, there'd be people saying, there'd be videos everywhere and tweets and stuff, but there's nothing really about that. Yeah, Comtech, the site was not up a few minutes ago, then it became online, and I still have my investments and earnings in there. I hope it works for him. Mine's such a small amount, though, but I think that might be... Sadly, they let mine go. I'm not sailing. I'm not waiting. I'm not sailing. I'm not waiting. That last one was a good one. Would have been great if the wave didn't die. Yeah, I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Hopefully the swell still stays big and we get some good long rides. It's winter right now, Safe. Yeah, it's our first month of winter. Winter in Australia is June, July, August. And we're not weird like Safe. I know you're in the United Arab Emirates, but Americans, their summer month begins 23rd of June or something, or their winter, something like a mid-month or something, like a weird, strange day of the month. Ours begins on the 1st of the month, goes for the whole month, the next month, and then the next month on the 1st of that one, we go into our spring. That when I rolled my stronghold, it used 5,000 energy. What GoPro settings do I use? Hey Jasper, I'm happy to explain that some other time, or I guess I could tell you, but let's try to keep it on crypto. It's a cryptocurrency stream, but just quickly, I use auto everything except ISO, which I set manually to 1600 max, and I use GoPro Tune, or what do they call GoPro Tune? That's the GoPro ProRes thing, and I set the sharpening to minimum, or sorry, the middle. You got maximum, you got high, maximum, medium. I set it to maximum, and microphones set to auto. I think that's it. GoPro Hero 9 with the max lens mod, 2.7K, obviously with the max lens mod on, and yeah, that's that. It's the new fees. Oh, there's new Safe. Okay, let's do this. Let's go to my bankroll here. Let me open up a Tabskis. Let's go to, hang on, where are we? Where are you yahoos? Get you beautiful specimens over here. Here's the Brave browser, folks. You might as well use it, hey. You might as well use the Brave browser. Not endorsed, but I'm just telling you, hey, why would you not use it? I'm going to make it full screen. I'm going to drag this back over so we can see it on the side here. But let's go, first of all, let's log into Tronlink. Just a series of dots here, folks. If you wanted to guess my password, just use all those dots, put them in that order, important order of dots. So I have energy. Okay, so this is interesting. Is pot legal in Australia? I don't know what pot is. POT? I'm not too sure what that is. Our season starts on or around the 21st or so. Not new fees, I mean the Tron fees. Okay, Safe. Well, I've got energy to the value of 33,000 here. 33,496 energy and bandwidth of 5,000. Now, I did have, so in here, my frozen TRX is 1200. My frozen balance is 1200. My available balance is 10. So I've got 10 liquid TRX and 1200 frozen to achieve this energy and this bandwidth. Now I did roll over I tried to roll over some bankroll stuff last week, not on the stream actually, off stream, and I had 5 liquid TRX and the same, what you see, the same full sectors of energy and full sectors of bandwidth. What wallet is this? This is the Tronlink wallet. So what I'm asking, or what I want to know is, has it become more expensive? Oh, sorry. So the transaction failed on Bankroll. The transaction failed, and it took my 5 TRX as well. Now we could see that in the history here. That's all. We're looking for send, right? No. So Bankroll is in general is expensive, and TRX fees doesn't show up on your transaction. Well, okay, so this here, this 4.4634 TRX was when I added TRX to my wallet, and then you just see adding here. You don't see deducting, but they're not there now. They're totally not there. TRX fees doesn't show up on your transaction. Really? That's pretty sketchy. I know either way, I know that they took it because this 10 TRX here was safe. You sent this to me yesterday. This 10 TRX right there, you sent that to me yesterday. So I should have more than 10. I should have, of frozen 1200 and 10 liquid, I should have 14 liquid, but it's not. And that goes back because it failed. Yeah. Crazy, huh? So what I want to do, I guess I want to go to bankroll.network and see if this is going to take, like, I've got divs to roll over here, folks. I got to roll some divses. Let's go to, I'll just do the big one, right? I'll just go Stronghold. ADA has been holding up better than almost any crypto. Yeah, during this downward spiral, Cardano's been doing well, hasn't it? So I've got 305 divs to roll over to the value of 21 US dollars. So should we just do this for should we do this for a test and see? I've got this much. Givses needs his divses. Smiko. I'd recommend claiming for now. Claiming. Like taking out. I'm doing this for 12 months, dude. When you say claiming, you mean like withdraw. You mean withdraw here. Let me bring this up so that you guys can stay on screen. Do you mean withdraw, man? Linny, this is way over my head. Ah, well, it was over everyone's head when we first learned about it. Just this divs. Oh, you just mean divs. Okay, so let's see. So, as you know, I have energy to the value of 33,494 full bar. I have a full bar of bandwidth at 5,000 bandwidth. What are they? What's the denomination? 5,000 bandies. Just the divs, okay. And I have liquid TRX to the value of 10. So let's see what happens now when I go to roll this dividend over from 17 to 18. It's going to take from my, let's see. You can check the transaction. So it worked. Let's see what happened. No, it didn't. It failed. Failed. Right there. Failed transaction. The value took 0 TRX. That's interesting. It took 279 bandwidth, and it took 104,000 energy. Feed limit 150. But I've never had any more energy. That's the strange thing here. Now let's see what happened here. Okay, so let me refresh the wallet. Okay, so it took all of my energy. It sapped all of my energy, and it didn't actually touch my... It did. It took those 10 TRX. Look at that. Available balance TRX, 0.00012. So I just... In the last week, I've spent 15 TRX trying to roll these divs. You need at least 25 TRX not frozen to roll on your divs. So that's kind of a bit sucky, right? That's a bit sucky from Tron. That's a bit sucky. To not have... I mean... Yeah, that sucks. Basically, that's shitty. You need 1,004 energy. So I learned the hard way, safe. So have I. I've just learned the hard way. So if I had 1,004 energy, that's more than 3 times the energy I've got there right now. And I've got that energy by freezing 1,200 TRX. So I've got to have at least, let's say I'm gonna need to freeze at least, say, 5,000 TRX approximately to make sure I've got enough energy and bandwidth to roll these divs and not pay out the wazoo with TRX. So you need to have another 25 TRX to be able to roll over liquid. That's right. But okay, that's what Safe's saying. Safe, if James in Germany is correct, do you need to have 25 liquid TRX, and it will take all of my energy, but it won't take those 25 TRX? Because the other thing is, I'll go ahead and buy TRX. It'll take a little bit. Okay, so at this juncture, it'll take maybe 5 of them. Okay. So the only way for it to not take TRX is to have this value here, at least 105,000 energy, and at least that bandwidth. So it's best to have a lot of energy, yeah. So given that, is it a good time to buy TRX? TRX. Oh, okay. Well, it's down. Could be a good time to buy some, right? Do you have ETH? I do have ETH, Safe. I have ETH in my Metamask wallet. But I'm keeping that there for when I roll my hex. Holy crap, you're going to have to bend over 8 times to get that hex roll done. So I'm keeping the ETH and the hex there. So if I wanted to say, so if I'm going to need, let's say, how much have I got already? I got frozen balance 1,200. I'm gonna let's say I'm gonna need 4,800 to make 5,000, right? Are we gonna suggest we're gonna need at least 5,000 frozen? How much? 5,000 frozen TRX. If let me do the math. If I've got energy of, let's go calculator. Put it over here. Even put it here. At least you need 10k frozen. Why do I need 10k? 100. So I've got 33,490 at the moment. That's how much frozen. That's how much energy I've got, and that's from 1,200 TRX. So divide that by 1200 frozen, gives you that much energy per frozen TRX. So I need to get to 104,000. So this is where my math really sucks. So hang on, what did I just say? If I've got 33,000 and that was 1200.
Something just tickled my nasal passage. Passage.
Comptech just donated 500 TRX, you absolute mofo. Something just tickled my nasal passage. Passage. Comptech, you little legend. Dude, thank you so much, man. High gifts, put the TRX to energy. Absolutely I will. I totally will do that. Holy shitballs. And safe. Thank you for the 10 extra, man. That won't read out as a nasal passage tickle because there is the way Tidy Labs works, but and keep those liquid. Okay, thank you, man. Okay, but dudes, thank you so much. That's so generous, Comptech and Safe. Thank you, man. Let me do this calculation first, Bo. So 27, let's just call it 27.9. 104,922 divided by, what was it again? 29.7? 29.7, wasn't it? Was it 29.7? I think it was 29.7. 29.7. So we're going to need, that doesn't work out. We're going to need 3,500 and, oh yes it does. That's how much TRX we're going to need, at least 3,000. So let's just call it 4,000 TRX. So if we refresh this now, my available balance is 510. So I'm going to go ahead and buy some from somewhere. This is something we've never bought TRX before. We're going to be buying some TRX here. Shall I use... how should I do this? Coinbase? SwiftFX? I've not bought TRX before. First of all, let's freeze some more. No, let's do this in one go. Put that 500. First of all, I'll freeze that. I have in mind SimpleSwap and Binance and Coinbase. I could do Binance. Could definitely do Binance. First of all, let's freeze 500 more TRX. So we are going to freeze. We're going to obtain power and bandwidth. We don't actually need bandwidth, do we? We just need energy. So we're just going to obtain power and energy. Because the bandwidth was fine. Just checking over here. Consumption of frozen free bandwidth, 279. Yeah, we don't need too much bandwidth. We need energy, which they now suddenly start calling power. So we need to obtain power and energy. So if I put the max in here, that'd be 510, but we're going to keep 10 liquid as per Safe's request, which is dead on correct. So let's freeze 500 TRX for power and energy. 500 TRX should give you around 13,940. Okay, so that should, let's freeze that now. It's going to request a signature over here. Let's accept that shizzle. Tokens frozen. Data update takes about a minute, no worries. So we'll just go back to my wallet here. We'll refresh. We got 33.4. I know you guys can't see that because it's tiny, but it's 33.490. So we'll refresh that. Okay, so now it's to 47,000. 47,000. So let's go to Binance, but it's going to take me a little login. Let's go to Binance. I'm just going to log in here, and I'm going to have to get my phone and put all this stuff in. And Scoop, I forgot that China banned Bitcoin. Yeah, we're going to look into that. We're getting there. We're getting there. I'm just trying to address this. Gates PP with the diamond. Thank you, Gates PP. Appreciate you. I'm just trying to address this TRX bandwidth and energy issue on bankroll.network. So, okay, so we're going to send a code to my phone here. Code sent, but I don't see it. Thought that would just come up on top of my phone here. There you go. Binance code 236005. 236005. Okay, so I'm just going to log into my Binance here. Okay, I'm into Binance. So, oh, we do have some okay, cool. Ah, Shizer. My phone fell over. Get that up there. Stay up there. Stay there. So, let's take a look at... Oh, no. I can't use Binance. I can't deposit into Binance, can I? Let me just get off scene for a second. Can I deposit into Binance? There was all kinds of issues with this. I don't think I have enough currency to deposit.
Boy.
Yo, Cincy, how you doing, man? Thanks for the host, dude. How you going, Cinsocities? I'm not too sure what you call your viewers. I'm gonna call them. Actually, I can't make up a name. They're your viewers. Thanks for the host, man. And g'day, Cincy viewers. Safe says try using Simple Swap. But I'm not swapping coins. I'm gonna buy them. The BPDs, the BDPs. You call them the BDPs? Oh, whoa! Family friendly. We're family friendly here. These sheets are gonna need changing if we keep cussing. Hey Lala, thanks for following the Gives a Minute D-Live stream. Now that makes you the latest giver right here on the channel. Now why would this make you a giver? Allow me to explain. You see, you're giving me your time to consume the content, whereas me, I'm a giver because I'm giving you my time to create the content. And so you see how we're both givers here, and this is a two-way street. But you're the latest giver on the Gives a Minute D-Live stream. Thanks for the follow there. Lala420 and Leo X White. Hello, Leo. How you going? That's what they asked to be called. Yes, but we'll just call them the BDP. Oh, there you go. You got a little emote for it too. Sensational Cincies. That's not bad. Now, if I wasn't family friendly, I'd have a few suggestions for you, but I'm keeping this level. The Zipper. Zippy, how you doing, Zippy? I'll give some gives. How you going, Zippy? That's cool. So I'm just checking. Can I deposit with Australian with AUD? Please verify your account. Please complete intermediate verification. To increase the limit to, I don't want to put 25,000 AUD in here. I don't need to do that. I'll just skip that and go continue. Now it's asking me to verify. Daleski in the house. G'day, Dale. How you doing? Okay, hang on a second. Maybe I can do this. Select. Oh, wow. I probably can do this, folks. It's got my passport details here. Is it worth buying TRX right now? It seems pretty cheap. Redox Bear, excuse me, I'm only buying it to freeze it. I'm not. What's going on here? Do one burp and get it done. Okay, that seems to be done. I'm not buying it to like trade it. I'm only buying it to freeze it so that then I can do these bankroll divs without losing TRX every single time. Gibbs, did you check your Metamask wallet per Safe's request? I didn't. Did Safe say to check my Metamask? I did not do that. Let me do that now. Metamask looks like this. Oh, my password also, surprisingly or not, it's another series of dots. If you want to get into my Metamask wallet, just put these dots in. I'll show you. These dots. Now, see those dots there? Just remember it. Dot 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 dot. The order is important though. See? Even I can't remember the dot order. That's the correct order. Mayonnaise! Wow! Who did that? Gunsmoke, thank you for the ice creams, man. There, you got it, James. There you go. The dots. Did you just add some ETH? Today's date, June 9? It's June 9. Thank you. Thank you. Safe, did you just drop me some ETH? Is that... Am I going to use that to convert to TRX? Was the fourth dot uppercase or lowercase? Actually, neither. It was one of those... it wasn't a period. It was one of those shift 8 dots. Control shift small bullet point dot, whereas the other ones were just dot dot periods. You know, I'm a little tricky like that. Do whatever you want from it. Well, I'll tell you what. I'd like to put that into. I'd like to put that into TRX. That's what we're trying to achieve here. So, is it going to be? Am I going to use swap here? I bet there's no TRX in here, right? Because it's a. Oh, there is TRX. Only verified on one source. What's the APY for TRX staking? It varies. What we're looking at here, we're looking at bankroll.network. This is not indicative of TRX staking, but it's quite good here if you are playing the bankroll network games or features, let's call them. So I can't tell you exactly, but I mean, I can tell you here, my divs on this stake here. So since I couldn't roll over last week, but I rolled over, I'm going to roll over this week. The TRX I've earned $21 US. Let me go back to MetaMask. So Sun.io has various investments with TRX pairs. Let me grab this amount here. Oh, you can't copy that? That's wow. Thought I'd be able to just copy that. Why can't you? Or every wallet should have copy and paste. Like, that's ridiculous. Oh, gives the swap on MetaMask doesn't give you the TRX you want. Oh wow, it's a different TRX. You got to use something like simpleswap.up. I've never used simpleswap.up. Simpleswap.up. Never heard of it. Can you use MetaMask or do you need the Tronlink wallet? Well, they're two different things. The MetaMask is an ERC20 wallet and the Tronlink is a TRC10. Is that right? TRC10. Simpleswap.io. Safe. Okay, I've never used this before. Free from sign up limits and complications. Floating rate, fixed rate. I accept the cookies. I love a good cookie. I've used SimpleSwap. It works well. Okay, safe, cool. I might actually bookmark this page. In a cocktail folder? No, I'm going to put it in a bookmark bar. SimpleSwap. Because I think this could be something that I do need to use in the future. SimpleSwap. Bookmarked. Floating rate. Use the floating rate. So if I go to here and go ETH to TRXs, Tron. So let's grab the amount again. 0.00042. 0.00042, right? So that's not going to allow that amount. I thought that might have been the case. We might leave this here. Yeah, it won't let me do that small amount. It won't let me do it. Okay. So what I really don't want to do, I really appreciate you pumping that ETH in there. I really don't want to touch this ETH because I know we're coming close to some hex stakes. GoHex.com. We are definitely getting close to some stakes coming out here. I think November, and you know you're going to need. Well, I know I'm going to need a bunch to get these stakes out. So, end here. Yeah, November 18. Yeah, I got two sets of stakes. Two sets of stakes are going to be ready in November this year. So I'm going to leave. Yeah, I said to do whatever you want. Okay, thanks, man. Thanks. I just didn't want that to be a weird, whatever, a weird point. I think I'll just leave that as it is. But I appreciate it, man. Appreciate that. But SimpleSwap looks cool. So let me just see if I got this right. When you did this, where do you put your wallet addresses? Enter the recipient. How come? How do you not have an outgoing address and then an incoming? You get a recipient's Tron address, but what about the? Is this connected to your Metamask wallet? How is it connected? Choose the crypto pair, enter the recipient's address, send and receive cryptocurrencies. Let's assume you have Bitcoin and you want to have Ethereum. Here's how Bitcoin, okay. After you enter the recipient, you'll be prompted to the sender wallet. Right, I was going to say, I just didn't see a sender wallet. I was like, where are they pulling it from? That's pretty funny. Okay, so let me go back to Binance and see if I can, additional verification, select document type, Australian passport. Yes, that's selected. That's grayed out. Gender, unspecified. No, my gender is male. Date of birth, first name, last name. Middle names, yep. Date of birth, yep. Continue. Passport number. I'm gonna just bring up my passport here. I know this is off screen, but I don't want to have this come up on screen. My passport document number. Yep, that's cool. Yep. Okay, so that's all cool. Addresses here. Now this is where I get mixed up because I don't know which. I'm gonna try changing this to. It's got my old address in it. Country Australia. Oh wow, I almost put the wrong postcode in. What is the postcode? I don't think there's a site that deals with AUD nowadays. Binance definitely does. I can't remember the postcode. Yeah, that's right. Okay, let me try this. Verification. Okay. Looks good. Lady Crochetta, how you doing? Hey, Lady Crochetta. Payment details. I know I'm doing this off scene. I know you guys aren't seeing this. I'm trying to keep my banking stuff private, I guess. In line with that deposit. Amount. Okay, so this is where I'm going to need. This is going to. I'm literally at this point here. I don't know if you guys have ever been here before, but this is depositing fiat into my Binance account. So I guess we're going to need to work out how much. If we're going to buy. Go back here. How much do we need again? Shit, I've already forgotten how much all this was. The numbers, man. So my total energy is 47413. That's what I've got now. We worked out we needed. Oh, we'd already moved off from that page. Let's go back. Oh, it's gone. Crikey. I thought it was in this Tron scan. Transaction details. It should be here. Fail. Out of energy. So we need 1004. Sorry, 104,000. That's the wrong wallet. Your Wally. I get confused with all the wallets I have, trying to keep all the dots in the correct order, right? And uppercase dots and shift commands, eights and periods, and so that's the TRX that I have frozen. Hold on, what are we doing now? I'm going to buy more TRX to freeze safe. I want to have enough frozen TRX. I want to have enough energy so that I can perform a rollover and use 104,000 energies. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm trying to get my TRX value here and therefore the frozen amount to equal or to be above the energy required to perform bankroll.network rolls weekly, and also DLive BTT staking, because that requires network and bandwidth and energy as well. So I'm going to buy some TRX and bump it into the wallet and then freeze it. That's what we're doing. That's what I'm trying to do. Am I doing it right? I think I'm doing it right. How do you know what dot to put first? Hey, Gibbs, safe. Yes, man. Yes. Check this site. It has AUD on it. I will check it. Safe. I'll check it. But I do already have. I have the ability to drop AUD into Binance. Here's MoonPay. Cookie policies. I love a good cookie. Currency. Well, let's just try TRX. Little search bar. Oh, there's a popular one there. TRX. TRX. So we still haven't worked out how much we need though. We still haven't worked out how much we need. Forget Binance for a second. This looks cool. I like these little tips you give me, Safe. Check out MoonPay. Okay. So how much do we need though? So that's the total I already have, and I have that amount of frozen. So dividing this by 1700 will give us the value 27 point. Okay, so 27. Let's just call it 28. 28. So we need a totes of 1004, but we've already got. So let's keep 28. Let me just keep 28 in my head. 20. Remember 28. 28. Remember 28? We've already got here. Oh, did I close the calculator? 28 AUD? No, 28. What was 28 again? I'm trying to work out how much TRX equals enough to freeze to get this amount of frozen. So in my wallet, am I doing this wrong? I think I'm doing this right, but it might be coming across wrong. In my wallet, I have TRX frozen. 1700 frozen TRX. 1700 frozen TRX gets me the energy value of 47,414. To perform functions on bankroll.network, we need 104,000 energy frozen. So what is the amount of TRX I need to buy to then freeze to equate 104,000? Let's call it 105,000. So close to 105,000. Van Frick in the house. Hello, hodlers and sodlers. How you doing, man? So now I'm lost because the amount's gone. Oh. So 5k TRX equals 2.5 times the amount of TRX you currently have frozen. Why would that be 2.5? What's... I have 5k TRX. That keeps me free with small transactions. TRX to AUD is 9 cents. Okay. On Binance. Okay, cool. Thanks, NetTV. We'll keep that in mind when we think about using MoonPay, see what the difference is. I'm still not... Van Frick, I have 5,000... 4k TRX is 111,000, which is more than what we need. So I need 4,000 frozen TRX then. Van Frick has 5,000, which is definitely more than what I need. So 4,000 is 1,111, which is over the 1,000 and 105,000. So 4,000. Okay, so... And I already have 1,700. So 4,000 minus 1,700 means I've got to buy... What? 4,000 minus 1,700 means I've got to buy 2,300. 3.5k TRX equals 9,760. How do you get... Where are you getting those figures from? So let's go for 4,000. So we're going to buy 2,300 TRX. So let's go to MoonPay. The amount will be 23 that, and the AU dollar TRX per AU dollar. How come that didn't? Safe is a walking Chinese calculator. Tron lending. Oh, there is a little chart for it. Is there? Okay, cool. So this doesn't tell me the value. 2,300. Continue. TRX price. So the price is a little higher here. Not much. Oh wow! It takes my Tronlink wallet. That's pretty rad. But it still doesn't tell me the price yet. Tell him the price, son. That did grab my Tronlink wallet, right? The correct one. Starts in TTZ, ends in U. Yeah, it did. Okay, that's pretty handy because the Tronlink's open. Enter email. $23,000 by 0.933 is 215. Oh wow, that's more than I thought. Okay, is this a good time to be doing this for me? Let me just have a look at my bank account, dude. I thought it would be like about 80 bucks. I thought it'd be about 80 bucks. Let me just have a look at my account. Is it a good time for me to be doing this? I don't know if it is. Let me just bring up my banking. I'm doing it on my phone here. Touch ID. Just wet my finger. Yeah, it looks okay. What have I got coming up? I got my car stuff coming up though. I got my car rego coming up soon. I reckon it's going to be okay. Yeah, I reckon it's going to be okay. They pulled that in from DLive, did they, Safe? That's cool. But is it better to do it on Binance where it's a little cheaper? What was the let's go back over here and see what was the amount here. So if we did 2300 by 0.09, it's dearer here by not much. So it is dearer. It is dearer to do it here on MoonPay than it's going to be. What's about another about another $7 dearer to do it here. If Binance payment details, let me put in say 220, no transaction fee. Let me put in 230 just to be safe. I mean, I've never done this before on Binance, so I'm looking. Maybe I'll do it here. Your first Pay ID transfer may take 24 hours to clear. No, I've put money in here before, haven't I? Let me try this. By offering you AU deposits via Pay ID, Binance Australia is obligated to adhere to local regulations. Comtech, hold on, Gibbs. Okay, I'll hold on. I'll read all this before. This is a little. Please ensure there are no unfulfilled trades or open positions involving privacy coins on your spot margins or futures account. All existing privacy coins balances. If you wish to proceed, your account will be restricted from buying, selling, and trading the following privacy coins: XMR, ZEC, Dash, XVG, KMD, Z. Oh, wow. I mean, lucky I do have a little XMR, a little Monero. I bought it. Where did we buy that from? I can't even remember where we bought it from. That's okay. I don't mind so much on Binance for that. It's a little sneaky though. I mean, no R in there either. No pirate coin. MoonPay looks pretty cool. Comtech Gibbs, yes. I'm gonna go and have a look at MoonPay. I might even just go and sign up to that anyway. Is there a hey Safe? You got a referral link you want me to hit for a MoonPay sign up? I like the look of MoonPay. Maybe it could be something I use in the future. If you want me to hit a referral, go ahead. I like how it pulled in the Tronlink wallet automatically. That was pretty handy. He's looking at, yeah, because you mentioned MoonPay, I'm safe. I'm going to assume you might have a referral for it. I'd happily use your referral link. Just want you to go to your Tronlink wallet. Okay, Comptech. Oh shit, Comptech, what have you done? What have you done? I'm going over here, man. I'm going over here. I'm going to refresh this. Dude. Comptech. You just pumped in the total amount, dude. Shamily friendly. Shit, these sheets are gonna need changing soon. I'm gonna have to wash these sheets. Dude, thank you, man. That's really, I mean, that's so nice, dude. That is really kind, man. Wow. Thank you. I'm gonna freeze this shizzle. We're gonna see the energy mainly probably won't go up today, but it'll go up by the next time we stream, and I'll be able to roll those divs over. Happy cryptoing. Comptech, dude. That's really kind, man. Really kind. I looked at my bank account and I was like, it's a little tight, and I got the car stuff coming up. I haven't got the thing in the mail yet, but it's around about this time of the year that it comes, because we do our tax in middle of the year in Australia, and it's usually right at the tax time that my car rego's due. I'm waiting in the mail for it. I'm like, I know it's coming, but I feel like I've got enough money to do it. Not really, but I could probably wangle it. I'll go and wangle it, and now I don't have to. Dude, that's rad, dude. That's really kind, man. I'm gonna freeze it. Well, let's go ahead and freeze it immediately, so there's absolutely no chance of whatever. So let's go back over here. Dude, that's to the value of $200, man. You just gave me $200. Comptech. Far out. Thank you, man. Thank you, dude. Wow. Very kind. Very kind. This is extremely kind, man. In fact, I know we're all learning here, and this is a beautiful thing, but that is extremely kind, man. And even if we weren't learning, it would still be kind. So thank you for being so kind, Comptech. That's very generous, man. Very generous. Okay, so let's have a look at my total balance. Available balance, 2,501. So let's freeze. Is that refreshed? Let's freeze. I know you can't use 2 ninjets, so I sent that instead. Thank you, man. Thank you. Dude, I really wish. Didn't I see Safe before say something like there was a way for him to... Safe, did you say you found out a way to transfer lemons into TRX or something? I thought I saw something like that in the chat. Let's keep a little liquid TRX here. How much liquid are we going to keep? I feel like we're going to keep at least 10. You know what? I'm going to keep one liquid TRX just because the numbers here, 2,500 and 1,700. I'm going to keep one liquid. And by the way, with these, you can cash out your lemons to BTT. Oh yes, sorry. Yes, you can do it. Yeah, of course. You can cash out your lemons. Of course. I did that, yeah. Keep 50 free. 50. Okay, I was going to keep one because I was going to drip feed these faucets that pay in TRX. I'm going to drip feed those into my Tronlink wallet, which is where that 4 came from, by the way. I got 4 TRX from Crypto Faucet, I think it was. Safe says 50 liquid. 50. Okay, I hear the word 50. So that would mean I would have to be freezing 2,440. I've got 2,501 here. 2,501. If I'm going to keep 50 free, I'll take off 50. So that's going to give me a total of 2,451. I can freeze. 2,451. So let's freeze that now. Let's go back to... wait, I hear you do it on the... Freeze. Freeze! We are going to freeze for... We're going to obtain Tron power and energy. See, this is a little misleading, right? Here, bandwidth, the verbiage is bandwidth and energy. Then when you go to freeze, you have the option to obtain power and bandwidth or power and energy. Yet both of those aren't mentioned here. Only one of them is. Energy's mentioned here. It doesn't mention power anywhere. It mentions bandwidth and energy. Are we supposed to mean is bandwidth actually power and energy is energy? What do you think? Lady Crochetta, how you doing? How you doing, Lady Crochetta? See, no, it wouldn't be, because power and bandwidth is here. So, see, so power is energy and bandwidth is bandwidth. Power and bandwidth. No, that's not true, because there's power and energy option. Power and energy, but then energy is energy and power is bandwidth. I don't want to choose the wrong one, really. I need energy, right? I need energy. So energy is definitely the second one. Okay, well that clarifies it. Energy is energy. So I need energy. 2451. 2451. Estimated gain 2,000. They made another besides bandwidth and energy. It's called Tron Power. Select energy. Select. Yeah, I did. I chose the right one then. Power and energy. Estimated gain that much Tron power and that much energy. Okay, let's do this. Freeze! Oh, we got a little request signature over here. Accept. Data update takes a minute. Okay, so then we will come back here and we'll refresh that. And when we see it, we'll see it to believe it. So there we go. 1,115 energies. This is awesome. Wow. That when you hover over it, it comes up larger. You guys can see that? Still can't really see it, can you? 115,765 is the energy. And when we went back and failed here, we needed energy to the value of 104,922, and we needed 279 bandwidth. So we definitely have easily enough here for rolling over the divs next stream. We won't do it this week. We'll let it roll for a week. By the way, let's have a look at what it is right now. Just out of curiosity. And see what these divs are. Okay, so at 305, we'll see what that is next week, because we obviously will let the energy build up overnight, over the week, and we'll use it then. Did we confirm the amount that's not frozen? The liquid 50. There you go. Frozen balance 4,151, and the available balance 50. And once again, Comtech and Safe, I really appreciate you guys contributing that way. That's extremely kind. We can now move on to look at how China banned Bitcoin. Let me close down a bunch of things here which we don't need. I'm going to keep MoonPay. I'm going to tab MoonPay. MoonPay. Actually, I should be able to remember that, MoonPay. I just simple, cool little name, MoonPay. MoonPay. I'm just sorry about this. Take a look at stockpile divs. MoonPie. Garmonka, how you doing, man? No, it's MoonPay. It's MoonPay. This is it here. I'm gonna just bookmark this. MoonPay. It's gonna be on the bookmarks bar. Take a look at stockpile divs. Yeah, that's a good idea. Stockpile. Let's have a little look here. They won't be very big. Stockpile divs. So we'll roll these over. Yeah, I don't have a lot invested here, so the returns are pretty minimal. On the news today, crypto was banned in Palestine. Really? Banned in Palestine. Wow. Let's get out of here and let's take a look at moon pies are a snack cake. Are they right? Okay, I didn't know that. Let me get rid of... Oh, check flow. Good idea. Good idea, Safe. Let me check flow. I'm still not 100% certain how flow works, but let's have a look at Flowskis. Flowskis, available, rewarded, max payout, banker, deposits. So I'm not 100% certain how this works. And how much should I roll this over? But then again, I probably need. I'll burn my my build up there, and then it'll might even burn the 50 TRX. So I probably shouldn't roll this over, right? There's 274 Banker X ready to be claimed. Yeah, roll it later. I say, you know what we could do? How long till it takes to build up? Yeah, it's not building up. I was going to say if it builds up to maximum by the end of the stream, we could do it, but well, I guess if we remember, we'll check it. We'll get rid of it now. We'll check it at the end of the stream, but let us move in to this video: China banning Bitcoin again. That's nice. Roll it later. Yeah, cool. I'd wait till because if we get full energy before we do anything, and I'll keep an eye on the energy, and I won't do anything, even like rolling over a BTT stakes on DLive. I won't touch them until that's full. I don't want to burn that 50 liquid TRX. I want to see if I can keep that there and just use the energy and bandwidth. We'll see how that goes. Let's take a look at this. It's a little loud.
China has banned cryptocurrency and maybe the whole idea of the digital economy moving forward. We're going to jump into it today. My name is Paul Barron. This is TechPath. Let's kind of get into the topic. As all of you know, the markets
They've done it before,
like they're
though,
melting down. We're going to do another video on that, so stay tuned for that for sure. But the Chinese...
Hey, Safe, just a quick question. You said because the mining process is killing electricity over there, are these rates fluctuating a lot lately, like the energy requirements? Because I don't... We've been rolling over weekly on Bankroll, or we used to. I don't recall ever burning any TRX doing that. Maybe we did and I just didn't even notice. But I don't recall it being that high. Yeah.
Essentially, the People's Republic of China have come in and put together what was a previous ban in 2017 around the whole idea of institutions utilizing virtual currencies. The new rules greatly have been expanded in terms of the scope of the prohibited services. So it's gone up. Basically saying that virtual currencies, cryptocurrencies, are not supported by real values. So this is the big thing.
Tron phasing generally is high. Okay.
The People's Republics of China is trying to do is protect the Chinese consumer. And the idea behind this, I believe, is really kind of pushing the digital yuan and where China is going in terms of trying to convert to a digital currency so they can make it to the world stage. There is a lot of things happening in China that will influence where cryptocurrency could be, especially around digital currency, meaning the digital yuan. And if you think about all the things, including what is happening in China in the next few years, including the Olympics, many of those big world stage type scenarios, China is definitely on a track to move in this direction. So the new ban, which was basically posted by the People's Bank of China, have also covered services that were not previously mentioned. It basically made it clear that institutions cannot accept virtual currency.
By the way, can we just stop the pause and note how beautiful this guy's set is? Oh, that's a very good looking set for a tech set, right? Looks incredible. Well lit up, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful stuff.
Or use them as any kind of means of payment or settlement. So essentially it's taking kind of the bank's side of things, financial institutions, investment houses, hedge funds, all those types of organizations essentially would not be able to utilize this. Now, they have not outlawed it for consumers or the retail investor to own cryptocurrency. My question, though, is that coming? That's going to be the big factor for China.
James, did you all hear the CIA recovered most of the Bitcoin used to pay Russian hackers for the ransomware? Ransom paid for the pipe. Oh, really? I did not hear that. Got a link to that, James? Wow.
In terms of how this...
Yeah, safe. Bitcoin is now official tender El Salvador. Yeah, I saw that, man. That's rad. That's really cool. That's got to be good for the market, right?
Plays out. Now, there's a lot of things that could happen if China does do this in terms of going down to the retail investor. First of all, the amount of pain it would charge onto the Chinese economy, mainly because of the retail investor who has invested significantly in cryptocurrency as a country. So there are some benefits, or some not benefits for China if they are dealing with something that pushes this onto the retail public. The factor here, I think, is going to be more in the mining side of things, because if this starts to push into the miners in terms of them being able to, one, exchange for the digital yuan, or two, being able to just deal with cryptocurrency in general, my question will be, could they still be looking at China as an efficient, even though it would be an efficient...
Thanks, James.
And
I'll just grab that. I'll just grab that out now. Don't want to lose that link. We'll put it after this one because we've got a few little stories up our sleeves this year.
Operation in terms of cost, things of that nature.
Thanks, James.
Still one of the best because the hydropower there in China and the access also to cheap energy, all of that still plays into that. But there are a lot of other factors coming into the market right now when you look at where the green energy deal is moving and where Biden currently stands on trying to move this in there. There's so many factors playing into this global stage as to why China is making this move. And I do believe that China is doing this primarily to prop up their currency. So the directions were made basically in a joint statement from the National Internet Finance Association of China, which is basically their governing house of all their banks, that basically says, okay, we're not going to do this. I do see this is going to slow the action within China, mainly because of the retail investors being a little bit more skittish on being able to invest in cryptocurrency. Now, where does this play out in the overall factor of where cryptocurrency could be on a global stage? And I'm going to break into that. But if you look at some of the stories, and I want to jump over here to The Guardian, BBC. BBC essentially kind of, verifies that this is where China is going.
When did this happen? So this is about 3 weeks old, Safe. May 20th. So May 20th. So we're about 3 weeks ago, maybe 2.5 weeks ago. Scratch that. The link is just a news story. Let me find a video. No worries. I'll tap that out.
Falls further. Obviously, Bitcoin is currently in a free fall as of this morning. There are a lot of changes that are starting to happen. Bitcoin came into around the $30,000 mark. We saw a slight recovery already this morning. And
Comtech, for your information, I just used JustSwap to swap USDT to TRX and send it to you. There is a recipient addressed option in JustSwap. Oh wow, is that how you did that? So JustSwap, man, I gotta tab that one too. I'll just do this off scene. JustSwap. I'm just gonna pop this in my all these cool little sites, places that I didn't know of to swap coins is around. JustSwap.io, Tron-based decentralized. Oh wait a sec. This is the one that you use when you hit swap inside. Yeah, you already have that one. Yeah. This is the one that pops up when you click swap on Tronlink wallet. That's right. I was gonna I was going to try to use my BTT. I wanted to swap my BTT to TRX, but that wouldn't do it in JustSwap. It only has wrapped BTT. Black Widow, hello Black Widow, how you doing? Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Yeah. And I remember that on a stream once we were like, oh, you can only do wrapped BTT. Okay.
I think the biggest scenario is going to be this thing right here. This right here. It also warned against investors against speculative crypto trading. To me, this is the bigger story right here when it comes to China and banning crypto, because the next shoe that could drop is if China comes in and really puts a lot of speculative scenarios on top of the traders.
You've just moved house, have you, Black Widow?
In China that really starts to kind of derail their plans for the use of Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies. So I think if that is the case, then we will see another correction in the market for Bitcoin. It will be one of those things that is going to continue to move against us. The bigger factor here, I think, is what is causing all of this, other than just China. Is China the only thing that is causing this kind of fall? Right now, I would say no. If you look at where the inflation comparison is in the US, let's kind of jump to that chart right here. This shows you an inflation chart from 1960, which was really kind of, let's take a look at this. Yeah, 1960. We had very low inflation in the 60s. Then we had this nice little bump right there in the almost to 1970. You can kind of see all the way to 1980, which was essentially the spike right here that took us to 13% inflation in 1980. This was essentially one of the most...
You're all in and unpacked? Oh, okay, that's why you've not been around. Now you're just setting up your computer gear so you can get back on and stream? Yeah, that'd be my priority to be like, okay, well, we're in the new house. Let's start streaming. Hope you got good internet.
Most difficult times, one of the biggest hardships on the economy in the United States next to 2008, which is where you kind of see this rise right here, and then the plummet post 2008.
You went live today? Cool,
which brought us back to negative deflation or negative inflation.
What kind of internet do you have?
Very rare,
Fiber?
and it's one of those things that only occurred after we saw the kind of supplement from the government that basically kind of helped the economy recover. We're essentially kind of dealing on this.
Comtech, by the way, I have JustSwap links on my stream about page that allow a number of tokens to be added to JustSwap. Oh, so you can add... Oh, wow, you can add other coins to JustSwap. Is one of them BTT? I do have fiber. Whoa, Black Widow. I'm jealous of you of that. One day we'll have that in Australia. Maybe.
Track right now where you kind of roll into 2019 right here. Now we're seeing a potential threat of around 2% inflation, which would be a trend up. The key here, of course, is that the Biden program could be a big stimulus to be able to help offset this. But I think what we're dealing with both on the stock market and also in cryptocurrencies as a derivative of what's happening in China is all of these.
You can swap your Banker X to TRX or any other token. You can do that in JustSwap. Okay, Banker X. Comtech, that's how I added beer. BTT cannot be added at this time. We haven't really looked into the beer token, have we? I see there's a pot token too. I'm not 100% certain what that's all about.
These things are coming to a perfect storm. So the real question is whether or not we can go back to
it's not on JustSwap
where China is going to control the effect of what's happening in
Thank
Bitcoin.
you, Black Widow.
I don't think they will.
Appreciate you.
Even though China is a very powerful country, the fact that they were
Thank you for the ice
into a digital currency, I think the world stage had already
so you have to put the contract ID. So you can add contract IDs into JustSwap to pretty much trigger most coins. Interesting. It's pretty handy. I've got that beer token in my Tronlink. I'm going to leave it there. I don't know we didn't even research what beer is. Like, is it just like a meme coin? But it's good to have, right? Who doesn't like beer? Speaking of beer, I got a new batch on right now. Oh man, it's fermenting. Mayonnaise! Whoa! Someone with the ice cream. Thank you, someone. Jesus. That's how Comtech does it. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. The beer is going to be pretty tasty. Well, it's going to be about a month away, so don't get too excited yet.
That eventually cryptocurrency would probably not be a play in China and most likely would be in all of the other countries. And this is where I think it gets very interesting in the next few years with both the US dollar, China, and also the emerging countries.
Safe. What's the crypto laws like in the United Arab Emirates? Like, is there free to trade whatever you need to do? No dramas. The only reason I ask is because I know that there's strict requirements on alcohol and cigarettes, right? Is there anything like that in terms of crypto? Nothing. There's no. Okay, so you're good to go, right? Okay, that's good. That's good to know.
That are looking for a digital currency equivalent or some sort of digital asset that essentially gives them a stored value, much like Bitcoin and a lot of the cryptocurrencies out there. This is where I think it starts
to shake link now.
Out. Just like
awesome.
We have.
Thanks, James. Thanks, dude. Let me grab that out. Cool. We'll take that next.
Multiple currencies across the globe.
Thanks, man.
I think we're going to see power centers in cryptocurrency to continue and to expand. You know, as I said, we're going to jump to a kind of a Bitcoin crash review, some of the things that we can do to avoid kind of losing all your money, and also kind of where this direction
Didn't we go down to
32,000? When you look at China, because we need to keep a close eye on them, because I think China will have a lot of exposure in terms of affecting other countries and how they're utilizing digital currencies in general. It may even have an effect on where miners eventually go to mine Bitcoin and also set up shop. There are a lot of things in play here that are going to play out over the next 18 to 24 months. China, of course, being one of the kingpins of this whole component. The big thing here, though, is I do not believe they are the one that will control or dictate to us where Bitcoin is going to be going. I think we'll still see the emerging countries and the emerging markets moving into the use of cryptocurrencies and other things like that, and the opportunity for these countries to really start to implement digital currencies and mining and our other operations in the crypto and blockchain space that will really start to challenge China. Because when you think about what's happening and where the US dollar is and where China is trying to take the digital yuan, there's a lot of scenarios in play of people, I shouldn't say people, countries shuffling for position right now. And I think the next 24 months is really going to start to shake this out. We'll start to see a big scenario play out on the global stage around the digital currency markets and the shift from what could be the petrodollar to a new digital currency flat rate or a new digital currency program that would essentially affect most of the world's economies, including China, obviously, with their own digital currency moving in that direction. So make sure if you're watching this right now, the main thing is China is not the dictator of where crypto is going to go. China is a domino in the game, of course, and they will have some domino effects on global currencies, especially in countries where they have a lot of control and a lot of investment. So when you look at the Middle East or you look in certain parts of Europe, there are going to be some variances there. And even to a certain extent here in the United States, there are also going to be some variances there that once that they get a stronghold on the digital yuan and the retail trader in China, then I think we have a very different kind of landscape. That has not happened yet. And the likelihood is that we'll have a lot of other digital currencies and also cryptocurrencies that will start to make plays in these different areas across the globe that will start to rival what's happening at the digital yuan. Mainly, it's not even a choice, it's because we have to move in this direction. Everybody, I think, believes and sees the future of where currency is moving, and it's moving away from the petrodollar. If it moves away from this within this decade, when you look at all the influencing factors, including the green energy deals, including the electrification of automobiles, including the innovation that's happening in the battery tech and all of the surrounding technology that helps support and prop up those industries to move to a more clean and efficient future, obviously cryptocurrency and the blockchain are going to be a huge part of that. And China, if anything, I do applaud China because they've understood where this is going early. And right now, China is in the pole position when it comes to dominating a digital currency space as we see market valuations start to develop in the next 5 years for digital currencies replacing what we know today, and that is across the traditional fiat currencies that are out there. So if you guys are watching this, or maybe you're listening to this over on the podcast, that's the takeaway from this video and this podcast, is that China is definitely on the domino table in terms of being able to affect what's happening. But I don't think, based on where we're seeing the rest of the globe moving, that China is in control at this point, even though I think they would like to be. Make sure and tune in. Over on the podcast, just subscribe, give us a 5-star rating. You can also, of course, drop some comments there if you have maybe an idea that you want to send to us about a show or a topic that you'd like us to cover. You can do so by just sending us an email to producer@revernetworks.com. You can also hit me up on Twitter, and that's just @Paul Barron. Also, we have a Twitter account for the show here @TechPath TV. Don't forget, also check us out over on TikTok. And as you're watching this right now here on YouTube, make sure and hit the like button, subscribe, so you can get more notifications. We are going to be doing a ton of content throughout the week to kind of cover the recovery of Bitcoin, I believe, and where we're going to be in the near future. The number one thing is, if you are holding Bitcoin right now, congrats to you. You're making it back through the recovery. And most likely, if you're in that whole group, you're going to be okay. The scenario is if you did panic this morning and you got hit with kind of that backlash of the early sell-off.
This is 3 weeks ago. If you panicked 3 weeks ago, you'd be panicking now.
You know, those things are going to happen. And those are the kind of things that I think you have to really kind of look at your own position and understand where that's going. So stay tuned right here for more videos, because we're going to do a lot of deep dives on that very subject, really going into a lot of the analytics. Man, it's going to be a busy week. Stay tuned right here on TechPath. We'll catch you next time.
I was just wondering if he was switching himself. I think he was switching himself, and I wondered how he would wind that up there. Yeah, I think he very, very professional presentation. Everything looked good. He just came across as a little bland. Not much cadence in his voice, and it was a little tedious. It kind of felt like he was talking the whole time. Didn't really give us a pause to sort of sink anything in or let it digest. It just was like subscribe, like, share, and all that crap. But let's move on. Let's have a look at the part of the cyber attack ransom. Oh, it's already started playing. Great. Let me just grab a volume here. This is the ransom recovered. How do you recover Bitcoin? How do you recover Bitcoin from a wallet? How do you do that?
This afternoon in that cyber attack on the Colonial Pipeline last month. Today, the Department of Justice announcing the U.S. has recovered millions of dollars paid in ransom to those hackers. Officials now say the operation was led by the FBI in cooperation with the Colonial Pipeline. The company's chief executive says it paid more than $4 million in the ransom demand, but took steps to help investigators track the payment to a cryptocurrency wallet. Last month, cyber attack forced the company to shut down nearly 55,000 miles of pipeline to the East Coast.
So how does that work? How do you just because you track down a wallet address? So these are paid. It was paid in Bitcoin, wasn't it? Was it paid in Bitcoin? Yeah, 63.7 Bitcoin ransom. That got me wondering. I thought it was decentralized. How can they get it from a wallet? Yeah, I genuinely have no idea how that works. You can find a wallet. Like if you were searching for my Tronlink wallet, you found it. It's in my about section. You can tie that to me because you know it's mine. But if you find a random wallet, how do you ever tie that to anybody? Yeah, it's weird. If they can do it there, they can do it with anyone, right? Let's move on. There is some other interesting news articles that have been presented my way over the last week or so. Let's take a look at this one. The ASX could launch Australia's first crypto ETF by the end of the year, but don't expect Dogecoin to make the cut. Now, first of all, ASX, Australian Stock Exchange, ETF, electronically traded fund. I'm not too sure what an ETF is. What is an ETF? What is ETF? Exchange traded fund, not electronic exchange. So that makes sense. The stock exchange trades funds, and they're going to try to trade their first crypto. Okay, the ASX is currently reviewing a number of applications from a cryptocurrency-based exchange. Several industry sources have confirmed to Business Insider that an optimistic fund could soon be launched as soon as this year. While the Australian Stock Exchange cannot comment directly on applications to list, the exchange did confirm it is spending an enormous amount of time focused on digital assets. Could be a good sign for this is a good sign for the market, right? That would make it a bullish market, right? It's an emerging asset class, and it's an appropriate we put in time in the time. Man, no one freaking edited this article. What was this from again? Business Insider Australia? Seriously? It's an emerging asset class, and it's appropriate we put in the time and effort into what these assets might look like when they're committed to the public markets. Now, here's the question that raises in my mind. Why do we need a cryptocurrency on the stock exchange? Whereas we already have crypto exchanges, why do we need it on the stock exchange? It's a nice little video of something. 4 years on from the last boom and bust, the ASX has told Business Insider Australia that digital assets have now become too established for the exchange to turn a blind eye. Right? It's growing. This is mainstream adoption right here. Oh shoot, just see I'm not subbed, need to rectify. Oh, thank you, James. You can see how mainstream this has become at an institutional level in developed markets like the US, Canada, Europe, and the UK. You cannot ignore that. We can't ignore it, and we're not. Local issuers who want to bring these products to market are not ignoring it either. So we are spending an enormous amount of time focused on this. But what does this mean? Like, why are they so focused on bringing crypto trading to the stock exchange? I don't get why is that even needed? We're already trading it legally in this country and in many other countries. Why do we need a stock? What would the stock exchange getting involved? How would that change anything? While the ASX does not comment on potential listings, Business Insider Australia has been confirmed with multiple sources that a number of ETFs applications are being currently assessed. None wished to be identified by name in the article, but all have confirmed that the wheels are in motion. The wheels are in motion! It's difficult to estimate when one might be approved, with both regulators and policymakers to varying degrees required to sign off on the assets, but some sources suggest they're optimistic as soon as this year. And there's a guy who's happy about that. He's the general manager of the ASX listings. Max Cunningham. Max. Now there's a little name that would ring quite well with crypto trading. We want maximum returns. Cunningham wouldn't be drawn on the issue, but he would say that there is a huge demand for cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum. Joy Vermeeren with a follow. Hey, Joy. Thanks for following the Gives a Minute D-Live stream. Now that makes you the latest giver right here on the channel. Now, why would this make you a giver? Allow me to explain. You see, you're giving me your time to consume the content, whereas me, I'm a giver because I'm giving you my time to create the content. And so you see how we're both givers here, and this is a two-way street. But you're the latest giver on the Gives a Minute D-Live stream. Thanks for the follow, Joy Vermeeren. Let's keep reading this article. So he wouldn't be drawn on the issue, but he said there's huge demand for cryptos like Bitcoin and Ethereum. That means that Australians were going to buy it one way or another. And we're not, let me be clear, we're not doing anything illegal here in this country. You're allowed to trade cryptos on the market. Why do we need a stock market involved? Don't understand. Haha, birthday his also. Your birthday? Happy birthday, Joy Vermeeren. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Joy Skis. Joey, not Joy, Joey. Joey Vermeeren. Because we're turning down a number of spurious offerings 5 or 6 years ago, there's a perception that we abandoned this asset class. And we categorically not got a ban on it. And we have categorically not got a ban on it. It follows similar comments made by regulator ASIC, which in February told a Senate committee that it did not object in principle to crypto. I think I'm good now. I didn't see it was lagging. James in Germany. Rosegiver. Thank you, James. Look at you with a little sticker there. That's better. A little lag there. A little lag for all of us, I think. By the way, I'm on the homepage. Thanks, DLive. On the wheel skis. Oh, that phone just fell over again. Let me put this back up. Give me a second here. Let me just put this up here. There you go. All right, good. The larger danger, Cunningham suggests, is that in not moving into this space remains that new investors will fall prey to less scrupulous operators. But there's already like Binance that trades cryptos in Australia. That's doing fine. Do you still get featured on Chatting Banner? No, hardly ever, Safe. And never on IRL either. That one throws me for a 6. I'm like, really? You're not going to put this on the wheel? IRL, like in a beautiful Australian vista of mountains and sun setting over the hills, and never get wheel love. But that doesn't matter. It is what it is. I think there's an inherent obligation for us and the regulator and other key decision makers to ensure that if these assets are broadly being sought by retail investors, that we not only have the safeguards in place, but that we have good, transparent, and low-cost mechanisms for them to access it. But the thing is, all this already exists. We already have all that. Why do we need the stock exchange with their little fingers in the pile? An Australian crypto ETF would mint the assets as mainstream. It wouldn't be the first ETF of its kind on the market. Canada became the first country in the world to list the first ever BitCoin ETF earlier this year, amassing more than 1 billion in assets in a single month. However, a crypto ETF trading on the ASX would still have enormous implications. It would allowing, man, no one edited this. It would allow Australians to buy a basket of the largest digital coins in a single transaction and is in Aussie dollars. We already do that on Binance. I'm not seeing any benefit here at this point, maybe except that the market goes even higher up because people are more involved. Perhaps more importantly, it would go a long way to bringing the asset into the mainstream here. That's exactly what I just said. Essentially acting as the gatekeeper to the public Australian market, an ASX launch would enable everyday investors to own currencies like Bitcoin as part of their everyday share portfolio. Which means if you are hodling it right now, you're doing the right thing, because as soon as this gets everyday, then bam. What happens then? Price go up. While there is evidently much more work to be done, a publicly listed option would also open up the asset class to Australian superannuation funds, which is currently unable to invest in it. Hodling $3 trillion in retirement savings, even a small allocation to the asset class would see tremendous amounts of money flow into the large crypto assets. Down on Doge. The ASX remains tight-lipped on the specifics of what is going on behind closed doors. What Cunningham will say is that the exchange is watching what happens in Canada and other markets very carefully. Safe. Alright, Benon, I'll lurk here and have an exam, so have a nice rest of your stream if I don't come back. No worries, Safe. Appreciate you, man. Thank you again for your help earlier, and thank you for the TRX contributions and the ETH as well, dude. I really appreciate that, man. Thank you so much, and good luck with the studying, dude. Also, send some of that nice warm weather you guys have up there down our way. It's freaking freezing here right now. It's an emerging asset class, and it's appropriate we put in time in the market and effort with what these assets might look like. Okay, blah, blah, blah. For one, it's likely an initial offering would only include the market's largest and most legitimate coins, ETH and Bitcoin. The more important factor is how's the pricing being set? There's volatility in all these assets for varying reasons, but some of their more established assets have genuine institutional markets. Ultimately, it would be up to the applicant to demonstrate that. Someone just subbed over on YouTube. Thank you, someone. Sean McFarland. Hey, Sean, thanks. Jevon O. Sereth. Thank you, Jareth. And thank you, Sean, for subbing over on the Tubes of You. If you want to partake, what's going on? Getting trolled on YouTube. Terry Merteruckley. Thanks, Terry. I'm getting trolled on YouTube. If you're not trolling and you are genuinely watching this on YouTube and you're wondering how come I'm not answering you in the chat, I'm not looking at that chat. I'm only looking at this one here on dlive.tv/GivesAMinute. If you want to come and have a look on the chat, you want to partake, you want to comment, that's the URL. This is the only chat I've got. I can see the numbers on the YouTube. Let me just go back and have a look at my restream. I can see the numbers on the YouTube, so I can see that you're there. But if you want to be here with me and conversing, just come on over to dlive.tv/GivesAMinute and you will be in that chisel chat if you've got some things you want to add to this conversation. Having crypto trading on the ASICs will accordingly bring its own set of challenges. Just as the exchange does with traditional securities, it will keep a close eye on price manipulation. Wow, Cunningham acknowledging it remains a concern, so no more tweets from old mate Elon. There are some assets that are clearly speculative. They have a high level of price movement just by someone putting a tweet out. Bingo, bango, Elon. Some of these coins being established as jokes. That's a meme coin. We know that is some of them are. That's exactly right. By that logic, it is unlikely that Dogecoin, the meme coin Elon Musk helped push to 40 billion market cap, will get a run. Fair enough. What do you think about that? Is it important that we do have crypto trading on the Australian Stock Exchange? I still don't know why that needs to be done. Maybe I'm missing something extremely obvious, but we're already trading it. We're already trading it with AUD on Binance and SwiftFX and Coinbase. There's no problems. They're legitimate places to buy crypto and trade crypto. The only thing the stock exchange getting their paws in on this would mean that it would get out to more people, which would then push everything up, which is great. But do we need it? I'd suggest maybe not. Speaking of Bitcoin, this is a link that was placed in my Discord quite a while back from Shyla Rose. 60 Minutes story here in 2 parts. Crazy rich. I made 20% in a week and I lost 30% the next week. This is a Bitcoin story. Let's take a look at part 1. And then we'll look at part 2. Play. Why is this not playing?
You don't have to be Pythagoras to understand this maths. 10 years ago, if you'd bought 1 Bitcoin for $1 and then kept it, it'd now be worth $70,000. Not a bad return on investment. Of course, back then, highly speculative cryptocurrencies were an enormous gamble, but it seems no longer. Huge financial institutions like Visa and MasterCard, and even celebrated investors like Elon Musk, are now on board, giving this once derided sector legitimacy.
So don't forget,
in turn,
this is also slightly old. So when they talk favorably about Elon, let's not forget that tide went out again.
That's encouraged the tech boffins to invent even more out there ways to make a buck.
It's a bit loud.
For most of us, the world of cryptocurrency can seem more like a castle in the sky than actual bricks and mortar.
Also, it should be noted, this is extremely mainstream. 60 Minutes. They're dumbing this right down. I think my audience is way more intelligent than what they think their audience is. But then again, they're broadcasted across the whole nation. So we're not.
But Sergey Sergenko has turned his crypto portfolio into a lot of bricks and mortar. Sergey.
Oh, Tom.
Good to see you.
Likewise.
Some sort of house you've got here.
How you already mic'd up, Sergey? How did you get that mic? That audio is so good. You must have had a mic on your shirt before we even turned up.
We do what we can.
This is the house that Bitcoin built, right?
Some could say that, that's right. Let me show you around.
Up to. Lovely fish tank.
Yes.
Sergey is worth an
Hold
eye-watering $100 million. Not a bad little chandelier.
It's very difficult to clean, right?
This is what we call first world problems.
That's right.
He's a member of the crypto rich. Early investors in Bitcoin turned overnight Aussie millionaires. Oh, what do we got here? What are these things?
Segway drifts, I think.
Dad get those for you?
Yeah.
They're ordinary, everyday families cashing in on this digital gold rush, a fortune Sergey and his wife Eleanor could never have dreamed of in their former lives.
So what was the first place you two had together?
We lived at his mom's granny flat, which was pretty small compared to now.
But cryptocurrency changed this couple's life.
Oh man, all this upbeat tempo music's like, this is funky. You guys have got to be involved in this because it's really funky, right? That's what the message is here. This is funky. You should be involved in it. If you're young, hip and funky, you'll identify with this music and therefore you'll be involved in this story.
As with many success stories, it began with a punt. After years of studying cryptocurrency markets, Sergey took out a bank loan and sunk pretty much all of it into Bitcoin. He's been buying and selling crypto ever since, making mega profits on his trading. A single Bitcoin is now worth more than $70,000.
No, it's not.
But that wasn't the case when he first started.
Do you remember when you first bought a Bitcoin?
I do, yes. It was, I think it was in the vicinity of $6 or so.
How many Bitcoin do you own now?
It's more than 3 digits.
So you've got more than 100 Bitcoin.
You could say that, yeah.
That's millions.
That's right.
Good on him.
Bitcoin.
Good on him. I'm enjoying this, but it's a little loud and also it's a little cold here. I'm going to just take a second to turn my heater on. I got to it's freaking freezing right now. We've got snow on places that doesn't normally get snow. Put the heat back on. That should warm it up just ever so slightly in about 10 minutes. Let's continue.
Is the poster child of the cryptocurrency sector and its meteoric rise. You could purchase one for just $1 in 2011, but by 2015, their value had increased by 30,000%. That was only the beginning though. They increased from 300 each to more than 6,000 a Bitcoin by 2019. Some thought that might be the end, but from there, they really launched, jumping up to more than 70,000 this week as cryptocurrency went mainstream. 26% of Australians are now trading in crypto.
I'm bullish on Bitcoin and on cryptocurrency because of that potential.
I don't like this woman. I watch a bit of her on Odyssey, and I just don't like her. Yeah, I just don't like her approach. That's a nice shot though. Look at that bokeh. It's beautiful.
And I think there are a lot of people like me.
I feel like cryptocurrency really gets your blood pumping.
It does. Oh, it's such a nerdy thing to be like, let's talk about economic policy. But I love it.
Aussie Naomi Brockwell hosts a US TV show on future money markets.
Why is this happening?
It is a revolution. It's a financial revolution. And the reason that Bitcoin is a financial revolution is because it's decentralized.
When you first heard about cryptocurrency, was part of you a bit skeptical, or were you all of a sudden ears pricked and super interested?
I was super interested. When I learned about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, and I realized that this was an alternative financial system, that really excited me.
The Dow woke up this morning with a downward tumble.
Bitcoin launched off the back of the global financial crisis. The cryptocurrency seen as a way for people from all walks of life to trade without the usual market constraints.
What I think was most devastating in 2008 was you just saw all of these giant bailouts for banks and corporations, and meanwhile the little guy was getting hurt. And I thought, well, what if we had a system where the little guy was given more power? What if we could democratize money? What if we didn't have any central power and control? And that really excited me.
Good points. When I say I don't like her, I just mean I just don't like her delivery. That her content is obviously extremely well done and thought out, but I just don't go for the whole nerdy, playing up on the nerdy element of it.
Crypto is no longer some niche novelty. Naomi's noticed a big shift in global perceptions towards it in the last 12 months. Major international corporations and now investing big time.
Is a lot of the legitimacy that cryptocurrency seems to be gaining now because of the big businesses that are getting involved?
I think that big businesses getting involved has definitely helped the perception of cryptocurrency. You have Tesla putting $1.5 billion into Bitcoin. You have companies like Visa and MasterCard offering
Don't forget how that went as well.
cryptocurrency cards that people could pay their groceries with. This is now, I think we're going to see cryptocurrency as a more pervasive element in all of our lives. I think we're going to see more people buying their groceries with it, paying their bills with it, paying their rent with it.
Funky.
So did you pay for this with Bitcoin?
Yes.
Sergey Sergenko is one of those who lives off crypto, and he's taken me for a spin in his Tesla down to his local Macca's to show me just how easy it is these days.
That's just a normal, just says Visa card.
That's right.
But that is actually you paying with cryptocurrency.
That's right. That's right. If I didn't tell you, you'd think I'd pay cash too. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's your first Bitcoin Coke.
He has all that money and he drives around in a Tesla and then goes to Macca's.
I feel like this is a history-making moment, Sergey.
He's looking after his wallet and his finances, but he's not looking after his health at all, is he?
My friend, it is indeed. Cheers.
Cheers.
What does it taste like? Different? Crypto?
Wow, tastes like Coke Zero.
It isn't just the Macca's run that Sergey's doing differently these days, though. It's almost every aspect of his life.
Nah, it's very cool. But as far as paying for everything, well, I pay everything for it, right? So I pay, like, I don't know, a couple of days ago I paid school fees for that with a card.
With Bitcoin.
Apparently cash is no longer king.
What do you think when I give you that these days?
This is something from past and it's fast going away, right? Without a shadow of a doubt.
Cryptocurrencies are renowned for their wild price fluctuations, and last month, Bitcoin's value plunged more than 25% in the space of just 2 weeks. Many believe that the market became spooked amid speculation of greater government regulation of the industry, with some countries even discussing banning cryptocurrency use altogether. Some analysts suspect these are the early signs that the good times are coming to an end.
We saw the UK financial regulator come out at the beginning of this year.
This guy's needs to get some sleep, man. What is that's a tired gentleman, isn't it? He looks tired, right? I thought I looked tired all the time. He looks like he's still asleep.
Yeah, to warn investors that if they invest in cryptocurrencies, they should be prepared to lose all their money.
Graham Shaw from Orbis Investments is what some crypto types might call an old-school finance guy, believing traditional markets are much more dependable than new fads. He cautions that the current cryptocurrency market is grossly overvalued, driven by lots of hype and little genuine understanding.
So how much of this do you think is fueled by FOMO, that fear of missing out?
I think quite a lot, because people don't understand it and it sounds new and exciting. And other people have benefited from it. It's like, oh, geez, should I? I don't really understand it, but it's doing so well. Why don't I join the game too? And
he looks sick, Net TV, right? He does. He doesn't. He looks like he's been up every night watching the stock exchange. Probably what he's doing, right? Because he's in Australia and the stock exchange, New York Stock Exchange, is what they all watch. Probably right.
You saw exactly the same kind of thinking in the internet bubble of 2000, where again people said, look, I don't really understand these new internet companies, but they're going to change the world, and so I want to get in.
That didn't end so well.
And that didn't end so well. And the thing that history teaches us is that bubbles almost always burst.
If your clients came to you and said, I want to put a fair whack of my savings into cryptocurrency, what would you say?
Don't do it.
Yet we just read an article where the stock exchange is going to be listing assets as crypto assets on the exchange. And that's when these people will have to do it when their clients come to them and say, well, I want a portfolio with blue chip stocks and I want a little bit of this stock and that stock. And I also wouldn't mind a little bit of crypto in there too, some ETH and some Bitcoin. That's when these dinosaurs have to do it, whether they want to or not. Watching Bitcoin drifting up slowly at the moment. Is it on the way back up? Yeah, okay. He looks like he got a bad vac. The vaccine. Let's not go there.
That would be my advice, yeah.
But cryptocurrency devotees like Sergey, unsurprisingly, don't share his concerns. He believes crypto is now simply too big to fail.
34,000?
You're a smart guy. Okay. What are the chances of this all blowing up?
Easy 1 in like 100 billion chance of that going down. And the reason being is because everyone's making too much money, right? Everyone's motivated. Greed drives a lot.
How much of the crypto world is driven by greed?
Everything. When I agreed to do this, right, like I just said to myself, I'm not going to bullshit. And I'll just tell you how it is, right? There's a lot of people in here now for greed. So think of Wall Street coming to crypto.
Not only does he believe crypto is here for the long haul, there's now another new sensation that he thinks will be a game changer.
Here we go, NFTs. It was down to 31 6 hours ago, and now it's at 30. Right, it's got to push up to that 40,000 and stay there, right? Here we go. Part 2 of Crazy Rich. Part 2. Play it. Play it. Takes a little while to start.
Might need a bigger size.
I wish I had 3 figures of Bitcoin.
It might not look like it, but in a strange way, you're watching me create something that investors are going crazy for right now.
Like Flashdance or John McEnroe or something.
All right, let's go. You ready? We need to warm you up a little bit.
Ready as a little bit.
So let's just try from here. So what I want to do is go here.
Am I going the same way?
Yeah, same way as me. Bit of a fend. We'll fend this way.
Yeah.
And fend the other way.
Along with my teacher,
Blob.
Maurice.
1, 2, 3.
Hey Blob, thanks for following the Gives a Minute D-Live stream. Now that makes you the latest giver right here on the channel. Now why would this make you a giver? Allow me to explain. You see, you're giving me your time to consume the content, whereas me, I'm a giver because I'm giving you my time to create the content. And so you see how we're both givers here, and this is a two-way street. But you're the latest giver on the Gives a Minute D-Live stream. Thanks for the follow, Blob-esque. Bitcoin market cap is around 642 billion. It won't disappear easily. No, it won't, will it? Does after the point counts? Does after the point counts? Yeah. Yeah, I think it does. It can count. Let's say it counts.
3, forward, forward.
We're using motion capture suits to record a dance that'll be turned into what's called a non-fungible token, aka an NFT.
Now, if the masses weren't already confused by Bitcoin and digital currencies, 60 Minutes thinks, let's also ram this down their throats, NFTs. This is going to go down. This is a hard sale, right? I've never heard this celebratory personal welcome before. You've never had that before, Blob? You've never followed the Gives a Minute D-Live stream before then, have you? That little cheers is for you. Nice to have you, man.
Let it go. Step, step.
By now, you're no doubt wondering, WTF is an NFT? Well, we've made a video, but they can be anything digital, like artwork or music or photos. The unique creations are then purchased using cryptocurrency, and in the last 12 months, the market has exploded. This simple artwork, titled CryptoPunk, fetched nearly $10 million. The creator of Twitter's first ever tweet was snapped up by a collector for $3.7 million. And this creation by the highly sought after artist Beeple holds the world record, auctioned for $89 million.
Yeah, just make it flow. We're going to put an animation in there.
Okay.
Easy.
Cryptocurrency baron Sergey Sergenko is overseeing our
Baron.
NFT production and believes this will sell online for thousands of dollars.
I think it's going to be awesome because I think this is going to be the first NFT created by a commercial network, and bringing it to crypto is absolutely epic. I think we're going to kill it. This is the first in the world.
Some people have compared it to the modern way of collecting baseball cards or something like that. Is that fair?
Yeah, it's very fair. I mean, baseball cards is another speculative market, much like NFTs. Sometimes you get people who are actually proper fans of the artist or collectors themselves in the real world. But for the most part, it's driven by speculation.
This man of mystery is Lush Sucks, a celebrated Melbourne street artist whose sometimes controversial murals have earned him a reputation as Australia's Banksy. But now he's transferring his talents from brick walls to computer screens. It's paying off, big time. How much money are we talking that you've made off NFTs?
I'm predicting at least 4 to 5 million this year on the low end.
Dollars?
Yeah, perhaps 10 if things go better, depending on the market. Yeah.
That's crazy money.
Yeah, it's pretty good. These ones... Yeah,
Lush has now become the most successful NFT creator in Australia, all in less than a year. These are just a few of his creations. He believes NFTs are currently at a point that cryptocurrency was about 5 years ago in terms of market skepticism, but he thinks it won't be long before they too go mainstream. Do you think you'll still be doing this in 5 years, 10 years' time?
I think so. I think I'll still be doing the NFT thing because it's just like the early internet or mobile phones as such. It's not going anywhere, like the internet's not going anywhere and so forth, you know?
It's exciting. I'm exploring like nostalgia again, collecting and also at the same time investing.
Matty Sudagar turned an investment of $20,000 into one of the biggest NFT portfolios in Australia, collecting thousands of digital creations.
How long until they start bringing in the sob stories? There'll be the I bought Bitcoin and then I sold it and now it's up and now I've spent all my money and blah, blah, blah. There'll be a train wreck coming up soon, right? They have to counteract this. There's only not much left of this video.
You're investing in artworks, yeah?
One of many things, yeah.
So people traditionally would then think, put the art on the wall at home. How many of these have you got hanging at home?
0.
Where are they?
They're all in my digital wallet. So I hang them in my virtual land, in Decentraland, where we hold meetups and we hold conferences, and so I have my art on there.
So one of my earliest pieces were...
We took Matty to Milk Bar, a digital art gallery in Melbourne,
So this is one of your
where he got
pieces.
to admire his collection properly for the first time.
When I look at something like this, I think, why couldn't I just take that picture and put it on a screen at my home?
You can. You can capture it and put it on your wall, but you haven't captured what's called the collective value, right? So there's like 1,000 digital recreations of the Mona Lisa and prints, but there's only one original. So in this case, the original is the token. It's the technology behind it. Visually it looks like that, but the token is what I own, which allows me to trade among other people, other collectors.
So in the end, it almost becomes a bit of a badge of pride because anyone could have a copy of that, but you've got the original.
Exactly, exactly. And
I hope they explain this better, that he should say you can actually then throw the actual piece of art away and the token is the value. That's what people can't quite grasp. It's like you don't physically need to have the thing as long as you have the token. I hope they explain that. Blob-esque, but what if it is like Google Glass or 3D TV? It's easy to mention examples that work out. Oh, you're saying NFTs are the same as Google Glass. Okay, fair point. Except the digital prints of the Mona Lisa are not fully identical. A print of like a scanning of a photo, it's kind of, you know that you're getting the scan, you're not getting the actual piece of art.
collectors, they want the original, right? That's what a collect demographic wants.
But if you think all of this is a little bit crazy, wait until you hear about the money Matty's making.
NetTV, I don't get the value in holding a token of digital art. It's the value that everybody else puts on it that makes it valuable. So if I've got the token of this sticker and it's I'm the only one to hold this sticker, and let's just say Gives a Minute becomes the world's greatest live streamer for some reason, I don't know, some IRL thing goes crazy or whatever, and suddenly this token, not the sticker, the token, the digital token behind the sticker is the value of what my value is. Let's probably should use a better example, like Elon Musk or someone that's worth something. I'm worth nothing. Then you've got, or whoever owns that token has that value, and anybody else that wants it has to bid on it by asserting a level of value to it. That's where the money comes in. Pepe is the modern day Mona Lisa. Hey, meme man, how you doing, man? Is that correct? Blob, I'm not saying NFT will be like Google Glass, just that mentioning examples that worked out like the internet, people, mobile phones, and crypto. Yeah, it's an argument for the future success. Yeah, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
The returns has been 1000% because at the start, no one really believed in it. It was just a handful of people messing around with it. Now it's hit front position, and there's just so much demand for the early stuff.
Is there an element of people that, you know, at first were a bit cynical and now have come rushing back to you saying, okay, get me in?
There is definitely people knocking on my door and saying, oh, Maddie, what's going on with this NFT space?
NFT space is the Wild West. I'm a bit hesitant about NFTs because you see everyone diving in, and I know that these people don't understand what they're getting involved with.
Naomi Brockwell is a prominent advocate for investing in cryptocurrency, but she's much more cautious when it comes to NFT trading.
So here's the thing, I think that the NFT world right now is a house of cards.
I mean, a house of cards falls apart. That's what you think is going to happen here.
Absolutely.
Naomi's main concern at the moment is that there are lots of celebrities promoting the technology, trying to make a quick buck.
So you have NBA players who are getting involved, and baseball players, and Paris Hilton, and all these celebrities who are diving in and saying, this is the new mania. For me, that just screams bubble. That doesn't scream substantial. But once the house of cards tumbles down, I think we'll figure out a more robust way to rebuild it, because I do believe that NFTs are going to be a big part of our future. We just haven't quite figured out how to do it yet.
Our foray into the world of NFTs was an eye-opener. Having created our own unique digital dance token, it sold online at auction this week for 11,000 US dollars or 14,000 Aussie dollars. The profits have gone to charity. And Sergei Sergenko has some charitable advice for anyone thinking of dipping their toes into the world of cryptocurrency for the first time. It's not too late.
I wonder if that on his arm, oh, can we go back a section? He had a tattoo with the BitCoin. I bet that's his Bitcoin wallet address, isn't it? That would be his wallet address, right? You want to donate to Sergio? There's his wallet address, I guess.
It's not too late. Where do you think we are on the curve? How far into our crypto journey?
The global crypto journey? Are we just starting? We didn't even put our underwear on after shower. If you want to compare it to that. Serious. It's like, it's crazy.
We didn't even put our underwear on after a shower. Okay. So there you go. There's the story here. Interesting stuff. What do you guys think? What's your takeaway? Are we at the beginning, like Sergio says, or are we already at the top? I mean, the beautiful thing about this is that we have seen, given that these stories are like 3 to 4 weeks ago, there's been a huge plummet right back down to the point where people might get frightened, right? You know, people might get frightened. The idea of making a quick buck, well, it doesn't seem like that's the case right now. It seems like losing a quick buck is the actual case. If you're okay to hodl, you should be okay. But if you can't hold, then you're going to lose. Everything about crypto is just the beginning. I agree, Safe. I agree with you. By the way, how much was the fee for 2 Cokes paying with Bitcoin? How much was the fee for 2 Cokes paying with Bitcoin? I didn't see that. June Girl, how you doing, Junskis? Catalina Uma is an amazing digital artist here on DLive. Sells her art as through NFTs. Okay, cool. So people are doing it on DLive. Cool. Comtech, if banks are stores and starting to adopt crypto, it should be going up. It should be, right? Which I would suggest that it will flip it and start heading back up very, very soon. We've got El Salvador now enlisting it as their currency, of their country's currency. Hello, beautiful souls. The dude paid with his Visa card. Oh, right, at the the Sergio buying the Macca's run with Bitcoin. Right. The dude paid with his Visa card using Bitcoin. I wonder what the fee was. Yeah, that's a good point. Good point. That's a very good point, actually. Another good little news article here I probably want to read to you guys. This was also put in my Discord. It's a 9 News story. The Australian Tax Office, we are alarmed. Cryptocurrency traders Tax Office warns cryptocurrency traders to report gains. Of course. Anything... Oh, this is a video. Okay, cool. I thought it was a story. Anything that you earn in this country needs to be paid tax on. Like most countries, 30%. Let's have a look at this story. It's 46 seconds long. What? I hate these in-app, in-page web.
Cryptocurrency really gets your blood pumping.
It does.
We've just seen this. In crypto. We just saw that. That's an ad for this. So the story's below, I guess. The ATO, Australian Tax Office, let's make this a little larger, is warning would-be cryptocurrency and NFT millionaires that any gains they've made off the booming digital revolution must have tax paid on it. Now, when will that tax be able to be paid in cryptocurrency? That's my question. Probably never. Probably never, or probably for not for a long time. Today, the ATO reminded taxpayers capital gains tax, CGT, applies to cryptocurrencies as it does to the disposal of non-fungible tokens or NFTs. The tax office also busted rumors that crypto gains are only taxable when holdings are cashed back into Australian dollars. Interesting. Florida man would have $5 billion in Bitcoin if he hadn't traded it for pizza. We are alarmed that some taxpayers think that the anonymity of cryptocurrencies provides a license to ignore their tax obligations. ATO Assistant Commissioner Tim Lowe says. Tim Lowe? We've seen Tim Lowe and what was the other guy's name? Someone Max? These are all terms that can be used to discuss trading of crypto. We're all-time lows. While it appears that cryptocurrency operates in an anonymous digital world, which it does, we closely track where it interacts with the real world through data from banks, financial institutions, and cryptocurrency online exchanges to follow the money back to the taxpayer. The ATO matches data from cryptocurrency designated service providers to individual tax returns, helping ensure investors are paying the right amount of tax. We know cryptocurrencies can be complicated. That's why our focus is on helping people get it right, Mr. Lowe says. The best tip to nail your cryptocurrency gains and losses is to keep accurate records, including dates of transactions, which is what the blockchain does very, very well, the value in Australian dollars at the time of the transactions, what the transactions were for, and who the other party was, even if it's just their wallet address. All these things are easily obtainable from the person who is making the trade. Last year, the ATO directly contacted around 100,000 taxpayers who had traded in cryptocurrency and promoted 1,400 taxpayers and prompted 1,400 at lodgement. This year, we'll be writing to around 100,000 taxpayers with their cryptocurrency assets, explaining their tax obligations and urging them to review their previously lodged returns. We also expect to prompt almost 300,000 taxpayers as they lodge their 2021 tax return to report their cryptocurrency capital gains or losses. Interesting. Despite the ominous warnings, Mr. Lowe said if a taxpayer realizes they have submitted a return with an error, they will not be punished heavily if they need it corrected. If you realize you've made a mistake and correct your return, we will significantly reduce penalties. However, failing to report on crypto assets and not taking action when reminded will prompt penalties and potentially an audit. Interesting. Australians who have invested in cryptocurrencies or sold NFTs can check their tax obligations via the ATO's fact sheet here. The information provided on this website is general nature, blah, 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 blah. Very intriguing. I found this point very intriguing. Didn't read it, didn't hit it again. This point here, the tax office also busted rumors that crypto gains are only taxable when the holdings are cashed back into Australian dollars. So at that particular point, if you've got crypto and you've earned on paper or on digital paper, you've earned a profit, even though that profit still sits in the asset, you've got to report that. That's what I'm hearing. Which is intriguing because unless you're holding one currency, you're going to have to go and find every... Like if you hold 20 shitcoins, 30 shitcoins, 300 shitcoins, and you've reported any... Well, not even a gain, it could be a loss, right? That's heavy. Good night, everyone. Good night, Lady Crochetta. Have a good sleep. Catch those Z's. Van Frick, it's a currency. You need to pay taxes per transaction between coins and tokens. So is there going to be a way that, let's say you do your own tax return in Australia. Maybe it's slightly different in different countries, but let's say you do your own tax return. Is there going to be a portal where you can say, I've got X amount of XMP and I've got X amount of Solana, I've got X amount of this amount, and you punch those amounts in, but then you'd have to report how much. So at some point you had none of them and then you bought some. At this point, I'm trying to wrap my head around how this would work, because at this point, lodging a tax return everything would be in the negative, right? Because Bitcoin's gone so far down. So I'd be reporting a loss in my cashing out from BTT. See, here's the other thing. Like, I've earned BTT, and then we cashed it into Bitcoin. I've earned BTT by streaming and cashed it into Bitcoin at a value of about 38,000 US. That's now valued at far, far less because of the plummet. So do I report a loss even though I never actually had that 38,000? That was just an asset, a BTT that got converted to Bitcoin, and now that dropped. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, where do you put that in your tax report? Just print your Binance registry and put it on the value at the end of the year as what you put in it. But what if you don't? What if you haven't used Binance? What if you've got an Exodus wallet? What if you've got a Metamask wallet and I've got a Monero wallet? I've got a Pirate Cash wallet. All that, it's gonna be very complex, right? Very complex. You need to pay taxes for the change of BTT to Bitcoin, even though that wasn't realized. Interesting. You're obligated to keep the history. Well, there's no problem finding that because it's all transactable. It's all searchable in the blockchain, right? You've got your wallet address. You can go through and search that. Just like we did earlier when we were looking at, did the Bankroll.network take that TRX off the top? Veronicus with the follow. Hey, Veronicus, thanks for following the Gives a Minute D-Live stream. Now, that makes you the latest giver right here on the channel. Now, why would this make you a giver? Well, let me explain. You see, you're giving me your time to consume the content, whereas me, I'm a giver because I'm giving you my time to create the content. And so you see how we're both givers here, and this is a two-way street. But you're the latest giver on the Gives a Minute D-Live stream. Thanks for the follow. The China ban is FUD. Buy the FUD. We've already done the China story. I appreciate you swinging by, though, with your thoughts. We aren't going to look at... I did have a couple of extra tabs up here that we we're going to potentially look at. But the idea is that I didn't look into any coins per se here on this stream. Normally we look into a few different coins that you guys have asked me to look into. One of them was IX, and their asset is the RLC coin, or the RLC token. We'll do that on another time, but I guess this is a pretty good time to sort of come to a conclusion here on the stream. We had a whole bunch of different news articles. We spoke a lot about the China stuff. Because it's come up again with Veronicus, do you want to explain what you mean by the China ban is FUD? I'll let you sort of elaborate on that. I know there's a delay in the chat, but if you want to sort of put in more information about why you would think that this is FUD, the China have banned Bitcoin. Blob, taxing virtual gains seems unfair to me. Yeah, I mean, it seems like you... How can I equate this? Like, if you buy a house and the value of the house appreciates, you do pay tax on the appreciation even before you've sold the house, don't you? You do, right? What if it's a loan though? If you pay the tax on the loan, the outstanding loan amount. I recall doing my taxes and having to put down the appreciation or the depreciation value of my laptop, but the tax agent does it all for me. Tom, hello man. Search crypto meaning. The meaning of crypto? Let's have a look. This is something we can do. Let's have a look here at crypto meaning in English. Concealed secret. Combining form. Concealed crypto secret. Cryptogram. Vanfrick, as long as people look at it as money, it will continue to be a currency. Comtech, with stocks, you don't pay for the gains until you cash out, correct? That's what I thought. Like I said, it's June, so July 1 is tax time in this country. So I'm going to be talking to my guy about this, because this is the first time I've been involved in this. 2021 is a very interesting year for me, even though, oh, that's another point. I've been live streaming since 2019 on DLive, so technically I've been earning Lino and BTT all the way along. But even to this day, I haven't realized any profits. In fact, I've realized losses quite a lot in the last 2 months, last 2 months for sure. But it's kind of strange. I didn't even know. Like in 2019, my tax return doesn't include BTT or Lino. It would have been Lino back then, and then it would have been BTT in 2020. And so this year, I'm going to be saying to my tax guy, hey, I've actually earned some cryptocurrency by live streaming. And typically in Australia, you put down 30%. Like you make I've worked for myself with an ABN as a photographer for so long now that I just keep whatever I take from the earnings, you put 30% aside. That's to pay your taxes. Isn't it going to be the same kind of deal here? You put 30% of whatever you've earned aside for your taxes. But that's the thing that's confusing. Like I haven't actually, like I'm putting 30% aside of something that's not even, it's not tangible. Like what's the, you could argue I've already put 30% aside, right? It's just the 30% of an asset that sits in the wallet that the other percent sits in as well, right? Regulated market with stocks, crypto is not. Blob, perhaps I should look at it as taxing property instead of taxing gains, but then I guess the tax should be the same as for cash. Can't you say that I earned all my money from streaming, not mentioning crypto? Yeah, but you'd be lying. The one thing you don't want to do is lie to the tax office, right? You don't want to be lying to those guys. But then again, you also don't want to be confusing it, which, like I go to my tax guy in July and say I've earned money in crypto. It's still in crypto. I have not taken any of it out. then what does he say? Does he say open up your MetaMask wallet, open up your Tronlink wallet, open up your Exodus wallet, open up your Binance wallet, Is that what he's going to say? And does he then have like a section to fill in every single coin that I've acquired? I mean, in my case, not that many, but in many other cases, it could be hundreds of different coins that aren't. Like, do I have to go and show my Hytron, my bankroll.network? How does this? I don't quite see how it works. I don't have a lot of experience with paying different types of taxes, Blob. Okay, so what country are you in, Blob.esquire? What country doesn't? There's some countries that don't require taxes. Black Widow, I have stock, bonds, and crypto and a few more. Yeah. Likewise. So I mean, we're in the Netherlands. Oh, you're in the Netherlands. You got to pay taxes there, though. I think we're into we're definitely into a topic that I don't have the answers to. I appreciate whoever put that link in the chat to take a look at. That was a couple of weeks ago now, but I appreciate whoever put that there. I don't really know. I'll tell you what I will be able to tell you though. Actually, is tax content personal? I've never talked about my taxes before. I was thinking what I could do after July 1. I typically don't do my taxes until August because it suits me to do it in August with something else I do. My anniversary of my YouTube channel. Do I come back here in late August and tell you what happened? Talk about it? Or should I keep that to myself? I don't know. But it's such a new thing for me to even have crypto assets that it would be intriguing to see how that goes down. I don't do taxes because I don't work. How do you tax the LP stake pool gains? Right. How do you, I don't know. I don't even know what that would look like. Imagine the tax guy, the accountant says, oh, did you earn an income on crypto? It's like, I mean, technically, yes. I don't have any money to show that. If they're going to say you're going to pay taxes on the change in your portfolio, then are you going to pay that with the portfolio? Because if you, when it's normal fiat currency, you pay in the currency, the fiat, you pay in Australian dollars, right? You pay the tax agent. You pay the tax agent to do the tax return, and then you pay whatever. Or sometimes you get it. That's the other thing. Sometimes you get money back. Sometimes you get Australian dollars back. So are we going to be getting cryptocurrency back? You know what I'm saying? If you're in the other side, the red, instead of paying tax, you actually get taxes given back to you. Is that going to take the form of cryptocurrency? And are they going to divide it into all the assets? It doesn't seem to be. Doesn't seem to work out. We surely have to pay taxes, and plenty of it, says Blob in the Netherlands, but most goes automatically. Salary taxes. Yeah, right. And that's the same here, of course. Vanfrick, example, you get 13.7, that's an interesting amount. 1,337 BTT from me. You need to pay 30% of the value of that, the value at the time received. Wow. I think you only pay when you take it out. Don't take my word on that. No, that's not true, Black Widow. But that news story didn't really elaborate on that at all. Until some amount, 20k, I think you don't pay. Yeah, that's the tax-free threshold. That's the same here in Australia as well. And under that tax-free threshold, would that include your crypto assets? I think I definitely would like to know. I'd like to have more knowledge on this, but I don't have the answers here. I'm just spewing the breeze like you guys are right now. I guess that's why the stock exchange is getting involved, right? The ASX, and then more mainstream acceptance of cryptocurrency, then this does become. I wouldn't mind finding out what Sergio, that guy on that 60 Minutes report, how he does all this. The guy never asked him that. I guess that'd be the bigger question. That would include my crypto, gold, etc. Not just chatting about things. Yeah. I like the conversation. We are going to wrap it up here, though. We're going to take a. We're gonna end this here. We normally stream for 3 hours. We're nearing up on that now. So let's. Oh, okay. So that's what I was going to look at. I was going to show you that. Let's put a pause on this conversation for the time being. There are 35 Yahoos watching the content that also want to know the answers. Who's live on the machines of D who would like a 35 viewer host? I'll let you Yahoos decide who we host tonight. While you decide on who that is, I want to thank the financial contributions to this stream. Before I do that, though, I want to say thanks to Dexter for the follow. Hey, Dex, thanks for following the Gives a Minute D live stream. Now that makes you the latest giver right here on the channel. Now, why would this make you a giver? Allow me to explain. You see, you're giving me your time to consume the content, whereas me, I'm a giver because I'm giving you my time to create the content. And so you see how we're both givers here, and this is a two-way street. But you're the latest giver on the Gives a Minute D live stream. Thanks for the follow. I see another follow from IF Rayleigh. Hey Rayleigh, thanks for following the Gives a Minute D live stream. Now that makes you the latest giver right here on the channel. Now why would this make you a giver? Allow me to explain. You see, you're giving me your time to consume the content, whereas me, I'm a giver because I'm giving you my time to create the content. And so you see how we're both givers here, and this is a two-way street. But you're the latest giver on the Gives a Minute D live stream. Thanks for the follow. Blob, nice huge chat window you have there. You know what this is, dude? This is the cheapest, crappiest LCD television that has a HDMI input. This goes back to 2003. The resolution is so crap, but it's perfect for a chat because my 45-year-old eyes can't see great to start with, but when it's so big because the resolution is so garbage, it's perfect for a chat. I urge you, if you see a crappy old television on the side of the street and it looks like it's from the mid-2000s, grab it. As long as it's got an HDMI port, grab it. You've got a chat screen. Perfect, right? And then this just sits here. It's actually a bit sketchy. It's just balancing against my my chest of drawers. But yeah, that's why I can't believe there's a use case for these shitty old televisions. It's the worse resolution, the better it looks. Perfect. Anyway, folks, we got 33 Yahoos. Who's live? Who wants to give me someone to host? I'll let you guys choose. Choose a channel we should host on D Live. We'll host them. I want to thank the financial contributions to the content today. I want to thank massively Safe and Comtech for the extreme generosity that you guys gave before with the TRX. That was incredible. I'm still blown away by that. That's incredibly generous. I appreciate you doing that. I also want to thank Mayunis. Wow, who did that? Quantum Lotus. How you doing, man? Good to see you, Quantum. We're just wrapping up here, man, but I want to thank the financial contributions to this stream. When you look to your own chisel chats, you can see the top three right here. James in Germany, Comtech, and Gates PP. Look at that, top three right there. Thank you for the contributions you guys have made. James, Comtech, and Gates PPP. Much appreciation. Who's live? No one's suggesting who we host. BK Johnson is going live. Black Widow, I want someone who is live. Reverend Jim Van Frick, Reverend Jim. Let's give Reverend Jim a host. I want someone who's live, not someone who's going live. Reverend Jim is live, been live for 2 hours, 31 minutes. Let's grab his handle. Let's pop it in here. That's going to give us a confirmation, folks, right there. My stream's going to be going offline right now. It's going to say Gives a Minute is offline and hosting Reverend Jim. There'll be a yellow bar, top of the screen. It'll say Visit Channel. Hit that bar. When you do that, you'll be in his chat. Put the words Feel the Gives Love. That's what I'm going to do. And I'll see you all tomorrow for more 9/11 content. The extra tabs.